Send you right now to Game 1 of a day-night doubleheader. Make the call, make a pledge. Here are Don and Jerry.
The Red Sox and Yankees go head-to-head in the next 5 games from Fenway, with only a game and a half between them.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Fenway Park.
That ball is up, that ball is gone! Strike 3 call! They struck him out! The Red Sox will win!
An important day from Fenway. It's the WEEI NESN Jimmy Fun Radio Telethon, and it's Game 1 of 2 between the Red Sox and the New York Yankees to begin this 5-game series. Hi, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo. Welcome to Red Sox Baseball, and the first of 2 today. You know, at the beginning of the year, when you pick up that schedule, you look for the last time the Yankees come to Fenway Park during the regular season. Well, this is it, and it couldn't have been bigger as the Red Sox and Yankees go head-to-head in some great pitching matchups over the weekend, especially on Saturday and Sunday here. Ming Wang lost his last time out against the Angels. For Ponson, it's his 3rd start in a Yankees uniform. He's made a couple of relief appearances. Randy Johnson and Mike Mussina both have 13 victories on the year. And Monday, a former Yankee in David Wells going up against one of the newer Yankees in Corey Lytle, who's been roughed up lately. As we welcome in Jerry Remy. Jerry, it appears a very good acquisition for the Red Sox as they add Eric Hinske.
A little bit of a surprise to me, Don. You know, we talk so much about the trading deadline, and of course, a pretty solid player coming to the Red Sox after the deadline. And the Red Sox needed it badly because they were really top-heavy with the right-handed hitters. So they got the left-handed bat now that they can move around. We look at Hinske's numbers, and in particular this year, 78 games with Toronto. Now, his playing time was diminished because of the emergence of some real stars up in Toronto, but he does have the 12 home runs and 29 runs batted in. Now, played more of the outfield this year, 31 times. Third base is where he came up as a Rookie of the Year back in 2002. Only 10 games there and 4 at first base, and he will see action for the Red Sox at all of those spots. As a matter of fact, this afternoon, he'll be starting out in right field in Game 1. I wouldn't be surprised to see him in Game 2 at some other position. So this is a darn good pickup for the Red Sox. You know, they needed another left-hander off the bat, and I was quite surprised that this type of player was available to them after the trading deadline.
Well, a great day of baseball ahead. It's been 64 days since these two teams have met.
Say goodbye to water problems. Call Connecticut's well water specialists, Greco and Haynes. Day or night, 7 days a week, Greco and Haynes will service any water system, and there's never an overtime charge. If you're building a home, need a re-drill or fracking, the professionals at Greco and Haynes will coordinate the process, customize and install your complete water system. Make sure your well and water system are safe and efficient. Call Greco and Haynes. Water is their only business.
Sports Desk, New England's most complete sports newscast. From the field to the locker room, delivered right into your home. Sports Desk tonight, presented by FW Web, in-depth coverage beyond the scores.
NESN is sizzling in August. The Red Sox play 12 games against division rivals, including a 5-game visit to Fenway from the Yankees. When the Sox hit the road for the West Coast swing, catch an early morning replay on Breakfast with the Sox, and watch the Sox of the future with the minor league doubleheader at Fenway Park. NESN and WEEI team up August 18th for the Jimmy Fund Radio Telethon to help strike out cancer. Plus, Charlie Moore's Summer of Fun continues with all new episodes. August is heating up on NESN. Every Friday the Sox are in town, Fenway gets a little friendlier. Tune in NESN and start your weekend early. It's Friday Night Fenway, presented by the Sullivan and McLaughlin Companies. Home game Fridays at 5:30 on NESN.
Hey, Mom, what's for dinner?
Tonight, we're having something that makes me very happy. A KFC Build Your Own Variety Bucket. I got you crispy strips, you boneless honey barbecue wings, and you original recipe.
And that makes you happy?
That and you doing the dishes.
KFC's Build Your Own Variety Bucket. Choose any 3 of 6 KFC favorites, like original recipe, crispy strips, and regular or boneless honey barbecue wings. You choose any 3 for just $9.99. Give the people what they want at KFC. And for lunch, don't forget the 99-cent KFC snacker.
Back on the runner at first.
Swing and a miss to elevate on Swisher. It's the second strikeout for Beckett. 2 down.
And both strikeouts on the back.
Hey, how about a serving of Red Sox action with your breakfast? Breakfast with the Sox, a 2-hour replay of the West Coast games.
How about that? TWIB is on NESN. This Week in Baseball, presented by Pepsi, is hosted by top players each week and takes you inside the game through the eyes of the best major leaguers. This Week in Baseball, Sunday afternoons on NESN.
Closed captioning is sponsored by Bernie and Phil's Furniture. Quality, comfort, and price, and the best furniture values in New England. Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by Southwest Airlines, your Boston area Lexus dealers, Foxwoods Resort Casino, your Lincoln Mercury dealers, Rico, your New England Ford dealers, and by Dunkin' Donuts. America runs on Dunkin'. Well, they are packing into Fenway Park for Game 1 of this doubleheader day-night here from Fenway Park, and the long-awaited return of the New York Yankees to Fenway. As the greatest rivalry in sports renewed here this afternoon, the Red Sox and the Yankees in the first of 2. The Yankees with a very tough loss yesterday against the Orioles. The Red Sox with yesterday off, rested and ready for this 5-game series, and the Red Sox beginning the day a game and a half back of the Yankees. And Jerry, it doesn't get any better than this.
Well, you know, we had so many games, it seems, last couple of years early in the season, and it's nice that you get into the later part of the season. You got this 5-game series this weekend, 4 more in New York over a weekend in September. And you know, when they're so close like this, these games are so very important, and it's so hard to predict these things, Don. You know, for the last 3 or 4 years, these teams have been so close as far as the wins and losses go, you know, and it's almost like, well, you kind of expect it to be a 3-2 series. You don't know, you know, maybe one team can take off and get hot, take 4 out of 5. We'll see what's going to happen, but it's great drama. It's a great day at the ballpark with the Jimmy Fund thing going on, trying to raise all kind of money. I mean, how much better than this get? You know, raise money. You got 2 games against the Yankees. We're going to be here a long time this afternoon. This is terrific.
So the Red Sox with the day off yesterday, and the pitching matchup today in the first one, Jason Johnson against Ming Wang. And for Jason Johnson, a big outing, as they all are, but another situation here where he's matched up against a good pitcher in Ming Wang, who has 13 victories but did have a tough outing last time out.
Yeah, he did. Last time out, really struggled in a game against the Angels, only lasting 5 1/3. 13 hits allowed in 5 earned runs. Now, at one point, he had a 5-game winning streak before a no decision and a loss last time out. So, but I'll tell you what, he has been a major contributor to this pitching staff, and he and Messina both have done very well. Randy Johnson at times has pitched very well. You're going to have Sidney Ponson in Game 2 of this series today, in this doubleheader today, who, you know, nobody knows what to expect from. So, you know, and the differences, the changes in the clubs since the last time we saw them. Obviously, the Yankees doing quite a bit at the deadline. The Red Sox making a move, getting Eric Hinsky. Now there's Bobby Abreu, who's done a very, very good job with the New York Yankees. So some different faces mixed into this competition.
So the Red Sox take the field, and their newest acquisition, Eric Hinsky, taking the field for the first time in a Red Sox uniform as he heads out to right field. And as Jason Johnson leads the Red Sox onto the field, let's check out the visiting Yankees lineup, brought to you by Rico. Familiar face Johnny Damon at the top of the order in center field. Derek Jeter at shortstop with Bobby Abreu. First time we've seen him in a Yankee uniform. Jason Giambi, the designated hitter, with A-Rod at third base. Robinson Cano at second base. Jorge Posada does the catching. Newcomer Craig Wilson coming over the trade deadline at first base. And Melky Cabrera in left field bats ninth. On the mound today for the Red Sox is Jason Johnson.
Jason Johnson has 1 start this year against the Yankees. He's 0-1 with a 9.53 ERA. That was as a member of the Cleveland Indians. His last outing against Baltimore, no decision. That's a game the Red Sox won 8-7 in 10 innings. In that game, 5 1/3 for Johnson, 9 hits allowed, and 7 earned runs. On the season, 3-11 with a 6.23 ERA. The Red Sox defense is brought to you by your Boston area Lexus dealers. They are first in the league with 43 errors on the season. Mike Lowell at third base, Alex Gonzalez the shortstop, Mark Loretta at second, and Kevin Youkilis at first. Left to right, Manny Ramirez, Coco Crispin, Eric Hinsky just joining the ball club for the game today. Javi Lopez doing the catching in Game 1 for Jason Johnson.
Umpiring crew, Tony Rendazzo has it played. James Hoy at first base. Joe West, the umpire at second. And Ed Rapuano is the umpire at third base. Where available, this telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your television remote. Enjoy the game.
Buenas tardes, amigos.
Well, today a very important day here at Fenway Park. Not just the Red Sox and Yankees, but the WEI and Nesson Jimmy Fund Radio Telethon. And of course, you can make your pledges all day long. The number right there, 1-877-738-1234. And we hope you will. As the day goes on here today, last year, of course, the $2.3 million. This year, the goal, 2.6, and hopefully beyond that. As Jason Johnson's ready to go, and the first pitch of this one is missing for ball one to Damon. Johnny starting the day hitting at .289, 18 homers and 59 runs batted in. Swing and a miss, and it's a ball and a strike.
And the key, as we've mentioned many times for Jason Johnson, keep the ball down in the zone and try to induce ground ball outs. That last pitch to Damon, down in the zone.
Damon yesterday picking up his 18th home run of the year, hit a solo home run in the first inning of that tough Yankees loss as he takes strike two. Numbers against Johnson very good for Damon. Yankees dropping 2 out of 3 to the Orioles in a series at Yankee Stadium, and a very tough loss yesterday as the Orioles exploding with a lot of offense. Derek Jeter waits on deck. Now towards right center field, struck well on the move is Coco Crisp back towards the triangle and back into it. For the 420 markers, Damon is headed for third base. Crisp having trouble picking it up, and easily into third base with a triple goes Damon to begin the series.
Well, we showed you the numbers. Johnny Damon, great success against Jason Johnson, 324 with a couple of homers coming into the game, and he'll take this fastball from Johnson that is about thigh high and find that triangle at 420. I'll tell you what, for a while I thought maybe they were going to wave Damon home. Chris chases it down to the 420. They get it back into the relay man, and the leadoff triple for Johnny Damon.
He's had 6 in each of the previous 3 years and 5 so far this season. He's at third with nobody out, and here's Derek Jeter. Johnson starts off ahead as he grabs the outside corner.
Red Sox infield back in the first inning at shortstop and second. Gonzalez and Loretta in close even with the bag is Youkilis and Lowell.
Saw the .338 batting average for Jeter. That's good for second in the American League, only behind Joe Mauer of the Minnesota Twins at .359. Jeter having a great year for New York. The Yankees and Red Sox have identical team batting averages as they come in both at .281. You look at this great Yankees lineup for Joe Torre, who's in his 11th season at the helm of the Yankees.
Yeah, the Red Sox offensive numbers better than New York. New York's pitching numbers better than Boston.
So both with a .281 average to begin the day. Alex Rodriguez still having problems. Yesterday charged with an error. And he has found being away from Yankee Stadium lately has been better for him, which is certainly unusual for a Yankee player. Two and one the count to Jeter. This one set foul off to the right. I think I said A-Rod got the error. Jeter ended up getting the error. It would have been a much easier play for him as A-Rod stepped in front of him and really messed up the entire thing.
Well, it's certainly the shortstop's ball. I mean, shortstop has priority over the third baseman, especially when the third baseman has in his direction. And the fact is, when that ball was dropped, Jeter looked totally disgusted with the whole situation.
Yes, he did. Two and two the count to Jeter. Abreu waits on deck. The Yankees try to strike first here. As Jeter taps it back to the backstop, stays alive.
71 runs batted in the season for Derek Jeter, hitting out of that 2 spot behind Damon.
Scuffled in the series against the Orioles, was 1 for 11. And 0 for 2 yesterday. Came out of the game in the 7th inning with the score out of hand. The Yankees chartered here last night after the day game at the stadium yesterday. It's a foul down the right field line back beyond Canvas Alley.
And we mentioned Jeter's runs batted in. He had 70 all of last season. Now, most of last season, Jeter was the leadoff man on this team. Now he's hitting second behind Damon. The RBI's numbers obviously up for him.
Well, you got 2 teams who are extremely patient at the plate and usually makes for some very long games, and often you see the starters come out early. And it's already a factor here for Jason Johnson, who's faced 2 batters and has thrown 11 pitches. Back up the middle and into center field. Just like that, the Yankees take the 1-0 lead as Damon scores from third. An RBI single for Jeter, his 72nd RBI of the year.
Once again, the fastball from Jason Johnson. Once again, the ball hit hard. This time, Jeter right back up the middle. And again, that fastball about thigh high. Under the glove of Johnson, and Jeter picks up RBI number 72 and a quick start for the Yankees. Jeter also has 26 steals on the season, has been caught 3 times.
Well, the problems continue here in the first inning for Jason Johnson. He's faced 2 batters and given up a run. Bobby Abreu, the batter. Seen him this year as a member of the Philadelphia Phillies, but the first time we've seen him in a Yankees uniform. He's hit at .361 since coming over to the Yankees with 1 home run and 6 RBIs. He leads all major leaguers with a total of 100 walks.
You mentioned Jeter with the 26 steals. The Yankees are actually second in the American League in steals. They trail only the Angels in that department. That kind of caught me a little bit by surprise when I was looking at the numbers yesterday. Plus Damon with 22, Jeter with 26. Abreu has speed. He's got 5 since joining the Yankees.
There's a strike, and it's 2-1. The player profile is brought to you by Sovereign Bank, the official bank of the Red Sox cable network. This is the 3rd player in Major League Baseball history with 7 consecutive 20-homer, 20 stolen base seasons, joining the father-son team of Bobby and Barry Bonds. A guy the Yankees happy to pick up in the absence of Gary Sheffield in right field. And Abreu has been very good defensively, making just 2 errors on the season between Philadelphia and the Yankees. Abreu into center field for a base hit. Jeter up to second base. 3 hits in a row for the Yankees out of the gate.
And right now Johnson having all kind of troubles getting the ball down. This is a changeup to Bobby Abreu, and this changeup stays up in the zone, very high in the zone above the belt, and the top spin line drive by Abreu up the middle for the base hit. Thus, we mentioned the Red Sox activating Hinsky for this game. Breslow was sent back to the minor league. So the Red Sox into this series with no left-handers in the bullpen against this Yankee ball club.
Seems pretty unusual if you look at it, the way the Yankees are constructed, that the Red Sox wouldn't have at least one. But that's not the case. And here's one of the bigger ones. Yes, Jason Giambi stands in. Used as the DH with Craig Wilson coming over and playing at first base now for the Yankees. Giambi DHing today. That'll be a 253, 34 homers, and 93 runs batted in. He was 0 for 4 in the final game of the series yesterday against the Orioles and is 0 for his last 9.
With the early run today, 75 first inning runs allowed by the Red Sox. That's the 4th most in the American League. The Royals are the first in that department, allowing 90 in the first inning.
I think he's trying to set the tone here for the series as they got a run in, runners at first and second, nobody out. Away to Giambi, and it's 2-1. Next pitch will already be the 20th of the inning for Jason Johnson.
And just like the Red Sox first in walks, the Yankees third. And neither club will really help you out as far as swinging at bad pitches. They're going to make you work.
Giambi lifts it in the air to shallow center. Chris was deep, so it's Gonzalez and Loretta out there, and it's Gonzalez who makes the catch well into center field for the first out here in the first inning.
First out for Johnson, coming on a changeup to Giambi. Giambi a little bit off balance, the pop up, and Gonzalez able to make the play. Actually, I thought Coco Chris was going to call him off. Looked like it might be an easier play for him, but Gonzalez ends up making the catch.
So one down, runners at first and second, and here's Alex Rodriguez. Strike one from Johnson, who starts off ahead. A-Rod starting the day hitting at 285, 25 homers and 86 runs batted in. He too came out of the game in the 7th inning of yesterday's ball game, with the Orioles having a big lead, but the rest of the day off. Was 0 for 3. Being replaced defensively at third base yesterday. 4 hits in his last 14 at bats.
Strange to see him not in the top 10 in either the home run department or the RBI department, or even in batting average.
And he's batting 5th now in the Yankees order. Abreu 3rd and Giambi 4th. Missing inside, it's 1-1. The key matchup is brought to you by Acura. And good numbers for A-Rod against Jason Johnson. Breaking ball and a swing and a miss.
Mostly fastballs and changeups in the first inning, but there's the curveball from Jason Johnson, and fortunately that ball hung up inside. No contact from Rodriguez.
39 Ks with runners in scoring position. Second most in the American League, Richie Sexton. The runner was cheating in towards second. Johnson looking at the runner. As ball 2 to A-Rod. 2-2. Jason Johnson throwing 85 pitches. His last time out over 5 1/3 against the Orioles. Foul tipped at the plate, and A-Rod stays alive.
I think a lot of the fans there at Fenway here that it was not foul tipped, and it was a strikeout. But you can see on the replay the foul tip just on top of the breaking ball. And down underneath Javi Lopez.
If he can get out of the inning here, allowing just the 1 run, he will have done something here, as this has been a very tough start. 25 pitches already. A run in for the Yankees. Runners at first and second. Ball 3 and a full count. 93 but missing.
And we'll see if they send the runners on this 3-2 count. Both Jeter and Abreu with very good speed.
Robinson Cano waiting on deck. Runners do go, and A-Rod pops it up into shallow right center. Back goes Loretta. In comes Crisp, and Coco will make the catch as the base runners return to their respective bases with 2 down.
Now 3 straight breaking balls to get to Rodriguez. Fouled a couple off, and now this is a curveball again from Jason Johnson, and once again the pop-up. So off-speed pitches have got the outs in the first inning. The changeup to Giambi, the curveball to Rodriguez.
So 2 down for Robinson Cano, the Yankees second baseman. It's a .327, 7 homers and 34 runs batted in.
He missed 35 games with a strained left hamstring. Back in and playing very well.
One of the numbers since his return in 9 games. Pretty impressive. 35 games, as you mentioned. He suffered the injury while running out a double in the 6th inning back on June 25th in a loss against the Marlins. Selected to his first American League All-Star team this season, but was replaced on the roster due to the injury that he suffered that had him on the DL. Johnson trying to get out of any further trouble here and preserve what is a 1-run deficit now. Chopped right side. Loretta throws out Cano, and Johnson does a pretty good job of getting out of it, just allowing the 1 run. Red Sox coming up.
We interrupt this program to remind some of you pros out there, this is what practicing like you play looks like.
Politicians do a lot of talking. Congresswoman Johnson, she's working hard for Connecticut seniors. Take the new Medicare prescription drug benefit. Nancy Johnson supported the new Medicare Part D law, benefiting over 400,000 seniors in Connecticut, saving them an average of $1,100 a year. In Washington, a lot of people talk about improving health care. Nancy Johnson is actually doing something about it. Learn the facts. Log on to uschamber.com/Medicare.
Here's a quick question. How fast can you get your local bank branch on the phone? Can you get them at all? At Sovereign Bank, we don't just give you an 800 number and then hide behind it. Our community banking offices are right in the phone book. They're also listed on our website. So when you want to talk directly with someone at your local branch, you actually can. Imagine that.
Hello, Sovereign Bank.
Dear Dr. Z, are Dodge trucks more than just Hemis? The new Dodge Ram has a new frame for improved ride and handling, and Dodge Durango has an electronic stability program, a technology we invented. What would you expect from the world's largest producer of commercial vehicles?
Cut! You forgot Hemi with fuel-saving MDS.
Sorry.
Actors.
Now qualified returning Daimler Chrysler lessees can lease a Ram 1500 with a 4.7 V8 for $189 a month.
Back on a runner at first. Swing and a miss to elevate on Swisher. It's the second strikeout for Beckett, 2 down.
And both strikeouts on the back.
Hey, how about a serving of Red Sox action with your breakfast? Breakfast with the Sox, a 2-hour replay of the West Coast games.
1-0. Yankees on top as the Red Sox coming up here in the last half of the first inning. The Red Sox lineup is brought to you by your New England Dodge dealers. Coco Crisp leads it off in center field. Mark Loretta at second base. David Ortiz, a designated hitter, with Manny Ramirez in left field. Kevin Youkilis at first base. Mike Lowell at third. Eric Hansky in right field, with Javi Lopez doing the catching today. And Alex Gonzalez at shortstop bats ninth. On the mound today for the Yankees, Ming Wang.
13-5 on the season for Wang, a 3.84 ERA. Third time this year he's faced the Red Sox. He is 1-1 against Boston. His last time out was at Yankee Stadium, where he pitched a very good game against Boston. 7 innings, 8 hits, 1 earned run in his career, 1-2.
Coco Crisp standing in, having hit safely in his last 7 games. As he leads it off here in the bottom of the first, Red Sox trailing by a run. Trying to bunt his way on, but right back to Wong. There's plenty of time to throw him out.
The Yankee defense is brought to you by New England Ford dealers. They're 11th in the league with 79 errors on the season. Alex Rodriguez at third base, Derek Jeter the shortstop, Robinson Cano at second, and Craig Wilson the first baseman. Left to right, Melky Cabrera, Johnny Damon, and Bobby Abreu. Jorge Posada catching game 1 for Wong.
One down for Mark Loretta. A great look from left field inside the monster. Loretta takes ball 1. Mark starts today up over 300 at 303, 4 homers. 46 runs batted in.
Wong has been much better at Yankee Stadium than on the road. 9-2 with an ERA under 3 at home, an ERA of over 5 on the road. Sinker ball pitches should induce a lot of ground balls if he's on his game.
Well, the Yankees have 13 wins for Randy Johnson on the season. They get 13 wins from Mussina and 13 wins from Wong as the strike in there. We'll see Randy Johnson in the series as well as Mussina. Johnson will get the start against Josh Beckett here tomorrow, and then Schilling against Mussina on Sunday night. Those are really the 2 premier pitching matchups of the series. Ball's behind Loretta, 3-1. Lines hit, the fair ball down the left field line to the corner. Loretta thinking too as Cabrera digs it out, but Loretta in the second base standing with a 1-out double.
That's one thing Mark Loretta can do. He can take a fastball that is down and in. Because he keeps his hands inside the baseball, he can keep it fouled down that left field line. I mean, that ball is in off the plate, but still Loretta keeps it fair down in the corner. Pretty good job by Melky Cabrera to chase it down and get that throw into second base, but Loretta with the double. One more look at the swing. See those hands come inside the baseball, and of course that helps him keep a pitch like that in fair territory. Guys that have hook swings probably pull that ball foul, or they top it right off their foot.
So in scoring position for Big Papi with 1 out here in the first. Lifted to shallow left as Cabrera makes his way in and takes care of Big Papi. Wong 1 pitch and gets Papi to pop out. 2 down. Here comes Manny Ramirez. Well, he was 2 for 13 over the last 4 games after having his 27-game hitting streak come to an end. Overall at 320, 32 homers and 93 runs batted in. Starts the day 8th in the American League in batting average at 320. He's tied for 4th in home runs with Jermaine Dye. Pitch elevated for ball 1.
Not bad against Wang with the 8 for 12 with 1 home run, and I'm sure with first base open he'll be very careful with Manny Ramirez in this situation, even though it's the first inning. Certainly both guys hit a pitcher aware of those numbers, and so is Joe Torre.
Two and 0 to Manning, 95 but missing. Wong had a career high 5-game winning streak come to an end last time out against the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Still has been a great year for Wong. Sada jumped up like he was going to snap throw down to second base. Loretta was in his secondary lead a long way from second base.
You get a short lead to start with and a big secondary lead, especially with those 2 outs. You want to be able to score from left field on a base hit. So far Wong hasn't even been close to Ramirez, and now they're going to put him on.
So the intentional walk here in the first inning. Manning down to first base. 9th intentional walk of the season for Ramirez. There's Kevin Youkilis, who continues to bat in the number 5 spot in the Red Sox order at 293. 13 homers and 60 runs batted in. First pitch strike from Wong. He wasn't in there at 94. Good numbers for Youkilis against Chien-Ming Wang. 7 of the last 10 Youkilis hits have been for extra bases. 5 doubles and 2 homers. Did he go? They'll check. No, says James Hoy, first base umpire.
Very close call. Could have gone either way. And probably no argument from either side.
13 first inning pitches so far for Wong, 8 for balls. Two and 1. They got the double to Mark Loretta with 1 out in the inning. Got Ortiz to pop out to left. And the intentional walk of Manny Ramirez after he got down to him 3-0. So it's first and second, 2 down. Outfield deep and straight away on Youkilis as Mike Lowell waits on deck for Boston. Aimed at that pitch. Fooled on it. It's 2-2.
Back-to-back sliders from Wong. So far in this game has been mostly fastballs till Youkilis has come to the plate, and then he's got 2 sliders in a row.
Sun has been in and out of the clouds and shining brightly right now on Kevin Youkilis with a count of 2-2. Full count. Runners will be off with the pitch. Youkilis hitting at .297 on the season against right-handers. One of his 13 homers off righties. To left field, Melky Cabrera shy of the track makes the catch. It ends the inning, and the Red Sox strand a pair. We played 1 from Fenway, 1-0 Yankees.
Be where the action is, where passionate, loyal fans follow the Boston Red Sox. Fans advertisers want to reach. Capture the hearts and minds of your potential customers with Red Sox baseball on NESN. Call 860-723-2011.
Every Friday the Sox are in town, Fenway gets a little friendlier. Tune in NESN and start your weekend early. It's Friday Night Fenway, presented by the Sullivan and McLaughlin Companies. Home game Fridays at 5:30 on NESN.
Play the Shell million-gallon giveaway and get your needle moving in the right direction. Drop in now for a free million-gallon giveaway game piece at participating Shell locations, and you could win free Shell gasoline for life or thousands of other great prizes.
Closed captioning is brought to you in part by...
Which one's Arcadia? Which one's Oakwood? Mary's in a meeting. Where's Jack? Jack's lost. That's where Jack is.
If everyone had a Magellan roadmate, the world would be a better place. Magellan GPS.
Lincoln Mercury has some of America's hottest selling new models. And to celebrate, every 2006 Mercury has the hottest deals of the summer during the Lincoln Mercury Celebration Clearance. Like the award-winning Mercury Milan. Now lease Milan with 0 first month's payment, 0 down, and 0 cash due at $257 a month. And just announced, extended powertrain coverage for 5 years or 60,000 miles on all 2006 Mercury vehicles. See your New England Lincoln Mercury dealer.
Hi, I'm the person who didn't save hundreds of dollars by switching car insurance. Yep, I'm the guy. Must be, because every day they tell me about a bazillion people who switched on TV, radio, billboards.
They show me entire stadiums worth of people who switched.
But Progressive Direct shows you side-by-side comparisons of competitors' rates and services, so you can see if their services are worth the savings. Those gazillion people should call Progressive, because no one likes to be wrong. Think easier. Think Progressive.
Today's Chevy Triple Play contestant is Peter Machetto of Enfield, Connecticut. If Boston turns a triple play in today's game, Peter will win a Chevy Equinox. For your chance to win a Chevy car and truck, enter the Chevy Triple Play contest at NESN.com this month. 1-0 Yankees as we head to the second inning. Bottom third of the Yankees order expected. Jorge Posada, Craig Wilson, and Melky Cabrera to bat in the second inning. Jason Johnson had to throw 29 first inning pitches and still able to get out of that inning, allowing just the 1 run after surrendering 3 straight hits, including the leadoff triple by Johnny Damon. But it's a 1-0 Yankees lead. Posada quickly down 0-2.
That might be the best curveball he's thrown. He threw some back in the first inning to get a couple of outs, but they weren't as sharp as this last one to Posada. Heartbreaking ball down and in and out of the zone.
Posada yesterday 0 for 2 in the final game of the series against the Orioles, who too was defensively replaced. The new Yankees backup catcher Sal Fasano came into the game. Posada with 4 hits in his last 12 at bats. Jorge Posada with 512 RBIs as a catcher over the last 6 full seasons. It's the most by any catcher in the major leagues during that span. Has it fouled again over by the Red Sox dugout. Hangs at 1-2.
And he keeps trying that same breaking ball, and twice now Posada's been able to foul it off. But 3 good ones to Posada in this at bat.
It off himself. No foul immediately by Tony Rendazzo, the home plate umpire.
Once again the curveball, and this time Posada just again barely fouling it off. They wanted to go outside with it that time instead of down and in.
Well, it's been tough going for Posada. 4 for his last 37 over the last 11 games. And had 3 hits on Tuesday night. He was out of the slump. Opposite field, Ramirez to the backhand for out number 1. Let's check in with Tina Cervasio. Tina?
Don, throughout Game 1 and Game 2, we are going to have special guests from the Jimmy Fund Clinic. As today is the WEEI NESN Jimmy Fund Radio Telethon, I am joined by the Lexi Sky Alden. Lexi, show with Don and Jerry your pose. The little pose just for you guys. Lexi Sky is 9 years old, going into 4th grade. Lexi, tell me what you go through at the Jimmy Fund Clinic every time you go there.
Well, I have a tumor in my head, and it's actually almost gone, which is very good. And what I go through is I have a portacath, and they put it in my chest, and they take blood and put medicine through it.
You are a very strong and courageous little girl. How do you do that? How do you go there every day and go through that?
Well, it's hard, but I do go through that.
Oh, Lexi Sky, it's so good to see you here. Mike Andrews is here as well. We know him, of course, as a former Red Sox second baseman, chairman of the Jimmy Fund for over 25 years. Give us an update on how the telethon is going today.
It's going great because of our little patients like Lexi. This is what it's all about. She can say it better than I can ever say it, and I just hope people continue to give throughout the game as well as after.
And you can call throughout the game, 877-738-1234. Give another pose there, Lexi Sky. All right, she's a huge Red Sox fan, said one of the guys, ground crew guys, look just like Tim Wakefield. Now back to you, Don, in the game.
All right, Tina, thank you very much. We'll be hearing a lot of those type stories throughout the day, and Jerry, it always amazes me how much those kids go through and how strong they really are.
We saw it firsthand just a couple of days ago when we visited the Jimmy Fund, and kids are resilient. It's amazing what they have to go through, but the positive attitude that they're able to keep, and of course that helps everybody.
2 down here in the second inning. The first strikeout of the day for Jason Johnson as he disposed of new Yankee Craig Wilson. And here's Melky Cabrera. Hops it up, foul off third, should get to the seats. Lowell headed over, and Lowell reaches in. No seats. Lowell makes the grab and jumps into the Yankees dugout. Came back for him, and it's a 1-2-3 second for Jason Johnson. 1-0 Yankees.
Drop everything. Toyota's nationwide clearance event is here. Check out the roomy Tundra Double Cab. Tundra, in a word, it's unstoppable. According to IntelliChoice.com, every Tundra model has earned an excellent value rating. And right now, you can lease a Tundra Double Cab for just $199 a month for 36 months with $19.99 due at signing. Or you could save on a full-size Tundra with $1,800 cash back. The clock's ticking. The Toyota Time clearance event ends September 5th. Toyota, moving forward.
The wait is over. Olympia Sports' biggest footwear sale of the year is happening right now. Buy one pair of brand name athletic footwear, get a second pair of equal or lesser value for only half price. Choose from all the top brands. This sale ends soon, so get it at Olympia Sports today.
So, tell me in your own words a little bit about Geico.
Right, it's one-stop shopping, really, Geico.com. You can get a free rate quote, you could compare coverage options, you could file a claim, pay your bill online. Even, have a little chat with an associate if you need help.
What about you? Can they chat with you?
I'm here for Geico, love. Let's not delve into my personal life, eh?
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Say goodbye to water problems. Call Connecticut's well water specialists, Greco and Haynes. Day or night, 7 days a week, Greco and Haynes will service any water system, and there's never an overtime charge. If you're building a home, need a re-drill or fracking, the professionals at Greco and Haynes will coordinate the process, customize and install your complete water system. Make sure your well and water system are safe and efficient. Call Greco and Haynes. Water is their only business.
You may have noticed something crawling along the edge of your screen recently.
It is The Edge. It's NESN's new on-screen ticker. Tune in throughout the day for the latest scores, stats, breaking news, programming information, and more.
So stay tuned, because NESN just got
Stay tuned for a special Jimmy Fun episode of Friday Night Fenway presented by Team Sully Mack tonight at 6:30. Join Don, Tina, Hazel, and me for a special trip to the Jimmy Fun Clinic, a chat with Jimmy Fun Executive Director Mike Andrews, and check out last night's team owner panel discussion. That's tonight at 6:30, and every Friday the Sox are at home.
I think Lowell leads it off and grounds it off the end of the bat. A lot of English on it to Robinson Cano. He throws him out for the first out of the inning. Oh, very nice play for Lowell, and here comes Eric Hinske in his first at bat in a Red Sox uniform. And a chance to talk with him before the game today, and he is extremely excited to be here in a Red Sox uniform. And felt his time in Toronto had kind of come to an end, and very happy that this is his new home. 264, 12 homers, 29 runs batted in.
Was the Rookie of the Year in 2002 as a third baseman for the Toronto Blue Jays, coming over from the Oakland organization. But this year most of his playing time was in the outfield, and that's where he is today, in right field for the Red Sox.
Really did become a bad spot for him in Toronto, just because, not really, anything he had done wrong, but Alex Rios exploding onto the scene and could very well be a superstar in this league, Jerry, and all of a sudden his time dwindled. The one thing that did come out of it, he said, the good though, is the fact that he became so versatile. They've used him in so many different areas, and it helps him as far as where he could end up and what he can now do. And it sounds like he's going to be doing all of those things here with the Red Sox.
Yeah, of course, you had Troy Glaus come over at third base. You had Rios emerge on the scene. You have Lyle Overbay at first base, and all of a sudden Hinske becomes a guy that they bounce around to different spots.
In there for a strike, and it's 3-1. Lined into left center field. Base hit for Hinske. He gets through. Damon will play it off the wall. Hinske, in his first at bat in a Red Sox uniform, got himself a double.
Go back to 2002, his major league debut against Pedro Martinez, and had a couple of hits in that ball game off Martinez. A nice start there as a rookie, and a nice start today as a member of the Red Sox. Nice hitting by Hinske. He took a fastball from Wang that's down and away, didn't try to pull it, shoots it the other way for the double. He's a guy, a left-handed hitter, that has the kind of power that can take advantage of that left field wall here at Fenway Park.
And look at the numbers here at Fenway. He loves hitting here. And 289 overall, as in comes Javi Lopez. We'll see Marabelli in game 2. Lopez getting the start in game 1. Joe, you touched on it in the open. Boy, it's surprising that a guy of his ilk was available, and someone that the Red Sox could get. I didn't think at this point, with a waiver wire situation, be able to get a guy like Eric Hinske.
I was quite surprised when I started to hear about that 2 nights ago.
Takes off for third base. Lopez lifts it to center field. He's going to have to get back as Damon settles under. And he'll be able to get back. Hung up a good long time. 2 down.
And he had gone by third base, so he had to re-tag the bag on his way back to second. There's Hinske off. He had a very good jump at third, but Lopez with the fly ball. Now watch Hinske round third. Now he's going to re-tag and get back to second base. No problem getting back, as the ball was hit deep enough to give him time to do so.
So 2 down. Hinske at second base. Red Sox leaving Loretta at second in the first. Gonzalez with a try here to tie it up. Red Sox trailing 1-0.
Well, if I've got it correct, to make a waiver deal like that, the way they did, the Red Sox were behind that time the Yankees. They were behind Minnesota, and they were behind Chicago.
Correct.
All teams who may have tried to block the Red Sox from getting him, but they couldn't, because at that point the Red Sox trailed all those teams. So that's one of the reasons they're able to get a guy like Hinske.
Your placement in the standings makes you a little bit easier to get those guys through. Well, the Red Sox certainly happy to have him. It did seem like there was a lot of right-handed hitting for the Red Sox, of course, in the absence of Nixon and Varitek, and overloaded with right-handers. And they get a guy the ilk of Erkinski, huge for the Red Sox, and going to help in this push.
Well, the other thing he can do is, besides being the left-handed bat, I mean, you know, if you have to give Youkilis a day off, he can play first. If you have to give Lowell a day off, he could go over there. Or Youkilis could switch to third, and he could play first. So, you know, the versatility on top of being a left-hander is going to help.
Known as a very good clubhouse guy as well. There's the 1-1. Gonzalez shoots it to right to Abreu. Makes the catch and ends the inning. Red Sox have stranded 3 base runners through the first 2. Yankees on top 1-0.
Chip.
Foxwoods, the wonder of it all.
I've really got a great job. I get to cover the Red Sox all year long. I mean, this is my honor.
And he's gone, and the Red Sox win!
Nez has got a great team to cover the Sox. We go over all the matchups, all the stats. We recap last night's game. Our job is to get you ready by the time the Sox are ready to play. And it's not just about baseball. Anyone might drop by the show on a given night. There's a lot of information that goes into a baseball game. We sort through it all and break it down for you so you can sit back and enjoy the game. Nesson, come watch the game with us.
Fox 61 won the Mark Twain Award for Overall Station Excellence and was awarded Connecticut's Best Newscast by the Associated Press. Then Fox 61 was honored with more Emmy Awards than any other Connecticut TV station, including Best Team Coverage. In July, no 10 or 11 p.m. newscast had more viewers than Fox 61 News at 10. Thanks, Connecticut, for making us your home for award-winning news, the coolest comedy, pulse-pounding drama, and the biggest events in entertainment and sports. When it happens on television, Connecticut knows it happens on Fox 61.
Politicians do a lot of talking. Congresswoman Johnson, she's working hard for Connecticut seniors. Take the new Medicare prescription drug benefit. Nancy Johnson supported the new Medicare Part D law, benefiting over 400,000 seniors in Connecticut, saving them an average of $1,100 a year. In Washington, a lot of people talk about improving health care. Nancy Johnson is actually doing something about it. Learn the facts. Log on to uschamber.com/Medicare.
On Red Sox Rewind, join host Hazel May for a special look at 2 of the Jimmy Fund's biggest fundraisers. She'll have a look at the success of the recent Pan Mass Challenge and pay a visit to the Jimmy Fund Clinic with Tina Savasio, Don Orsillo, and myself. And get to know your Sox with features on Jonathan Papelbon and Dustin Pedroia. That's Red Sox Rewind, Monday night at 5:30 and 11:30, only on Nesson.
Johnny Damon leads it off here in the top half of the 3rd inning. He led it off here in the 1st and triple. Came around to score the lone run of the game. Johnson settled down. He threw 29 pitches in the 1st inning. And just 12 in the 2nd, retired the side in order. And he's now sent down 6 Yankees in a row. There's a strike over the outside corner to Damon. Johnny with 18 home runs so far this season, got his 18th yesterday. And you got to think that the short porch and right at Yankee Stadium is something that's going to be very beneficial for Johnny Damon. Chop to first, backing up a step was Youkilis. 1 away. And Johnson starting to settle into his outing.
Yeah, you know, 3 straight hits to start the game off, and very fortunate to come out of that inning with only the 1 run, a 1-2-3 second, and a good sign, a ground ball out here in the 3rd inning. Well, Damon got a lot of boos the first time, but it was nothing like the first trip in.
No, that was I can't think of anybody else who's been booed like that in a while.
That topped the boo meter.
Yeah. And I think going into that night, you and I really didn't know what to expect. But boy, we found out in a hurry, as did Johnny Damon. And again, everybody else, and that includes Pedro, came in with another New York team. Kevin Millar, who came in with the Orioles. Orlando Cabrera, who's come in with the Angels.
A few times.
A few times. And every time they come in, they are cheered. The one difference is those letters across his chest. The Yankees in New York. Johnny, if you'd picked another team, might have been a different result. To short, Gonzalez on the move. Throws out Jeter, and there's 2 down.
And again, keeping the ball down. 2 ground ball outs here in the 3rd inning. Watch location of this sinker from Johnson. It's going to be down just about knee high, and of course Jeter tops it to Gonzalez at shortstop. I got Cabrera on my mind now. I'm having a difficult time the last couple of days, whether it be Cora, Gonzalez. Now I got Cabrera. Tough to get old, Don.
Well, we'll see Cabrera again very soon.
That's next road trip.
Yeah. And there's Bobby Abreu, who singled to center field his first time up. Getting out of the way. The pitch up and in. You mentioned Abreu's speed. He has stolen 16 straight bases without being caught. Last time he was caught was in a Philadelphia Phillies uniform back on June 5th at Arizona. And of course, coming to the Yankees along with Corey Lytle, who has had some good outings and some bad outings in a Yankees uniform. At the trade deadline, the trade for 4 minor leaguers going from the Yankees to the Phillies.
Now, Corey Lytle right now is on the bereavement leave, and it's a minimum of 3 days, so he'll be back in time for his start on Monday here at Fenway, and that's given the Yankees the ability to put another man in their bullpen.
For a strike over the inside corner. The league leaders are brought to you by Olympia Sports. And pitchers per plate appearance, Kevin Youkilis. You were at the top pretty much all season long, but it's Abreu, 4.51 pitchers per plate appearance. Frank Thomas surprised me a little bit on that list. Was this one tap foul?
How about a game if you had all Abreu's and all Youkilis's in it?
Better than 3.5 hours.
It's about a 7-hour game.
Both of these teams play games that are generally up over 3 hours, and when they get together, you can play it on a 4-hour game.
You got a full afternoon of baseball. There's no question about
sure
that.
Do. Both teams very adept at getting the starter out of there and getting that pitch count high. Johnson, who has retired the last 8 batters in a row, has gone 2 2/3, has already thrown 53 pitches. The 2-2 to Abreu. Stays alive, tapping it foul.
Had to be a long year for Abreu in Philly, knowing that he was probably going to be traded at some point, and then get a chance to come to New York where he doesn't have to be the star on this team.
I know you've never been traded in the middle of a season before, but it's got to be quite a whirlwind for players. Again, talking to Eric Hinsky before the game. I mean, all of a sudden you're headed out. You're in a whole new mindset. You've spent what 2/3 of the season or more with a team that's not going anywhere, and here you are, and now you're in the mix in a pennant race. Things quickly changing and changing for the good, and all of a sudden your mindset changes. There's ball 4, a lengthy at bat, and Abreu works a 2-out walk. The Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by your local Subaru dealers, Sovereign Bank, the official bank of the Red Sox cable network, and by your New England Dodge dealers.
Well, for Bobby Abreu, that's his 101st walk of the season, the most in the major leagues. And I'll tell you what, that pitch was very close, and it had not been Abreu up there, it might have been strike 3. You walk a lot, sometimes you get the benefit of the call.
Huge lead at first base for Abreu, stolen 16 straight bases as he dives back to the bag.
Here's the last pitch to Bobby Abreu, and this pitch very close. Now, what might have cost Johnson is the fact that Lopez was set up away and had to go across the plate to catch it.
The shift on for Giambi. Loretta in short right. Gonzalez on the right side of the Red Sox infield. Giambi popping out to the shortstop his first time up. Not only the shift in the infield, but they play for him to pull. They moved Coco Crispin to right center. Manny well over in left field. There's a strike, 1-1. Giambi on 999 career runs scored. He's just one to reach 1,000. Giambi, who had 25 home runs over the first 81 games of the season, has 34 coming into today's action. Tried to hold up on a pitch in the dirt. And apparently did successfully. 2-1.
Johnson looked like he found his curveball to Posada back in the second inning. Threw a number of good ones to Posada, and since that time it's been pretty good for him. Almost had Giambi chasing that one.
Bobby Abreu with a 2-out walk. On for the second time today at first. There he goes. A pitch inside. Lopez fires down, the throw high and off the glove of Gonzalez. And into center field. And down went Abreu. Steals his 17th consecutive base.
And I think Gonzalez, in an attempt to catch that ball jumping for it, might have kneed Bobby Abreu, which kept him at second base. Lopez now 0 for 6 as far as throwing runners out in a Red Sox uniform. There's the high throw. Gonzalez comes down, and does he get Abreu? It looks like he lands on him and knocks him back down on his back.
So into scoring position with 2 down. Giambi took ball 3, so it's 3-1. First base now open. You got A-Rod waiting on deck. Over the outside corner. Giambi thought he had ball 4, but gets the bad news from Tony Rendazzo.
You can see that coming too. He's not going to get a fastball on the 3-1 count with first base open and a righty up next. It's the curveball from Johnson, and it's a good one on the outside corner. Giambi did not agree.
So 3-2 to Giambi. Abreu at second. Got him. Johnson gets his second strikeout. Couldn't pick a better time. 1-0 Yankees after 2.5.
Yeah. Looking good. Keep working. Not under the boat now. Here, you got it? Yeah. Get it in. Yeah.
Bummer, it's just an 8-footer.
Oh, well, throw it back.
Yeah.
A bad day in Florida beats a good day almost anywhere else. With Southwest Airlines Internet specials, you can fly nonstop from Manchester or Providence to Florida for just $59 one way, only at southwest.com.
You are now free to move about the country.
The wait is over. Olympia Sports' biggest footwear sale of the year is happening right now. Buy 1 pair of brand name athletic footwear, get a second pair of equal or lesser value for only half price. Choose from all the top brands. This sale ends soon, so get it at Olympia Sports today.
Say goodbye to water problems. Call Connecticut's well water specialists, Greco and Haynes. Day or night, 7 days a week, Greco and Haynes will service any water system, and there's never an overtime charge. If you're building a home, need a re-drill or fracking, the professionals at Greco and Haynes will coordinate the process, customize and install your complete water system. Make sure your well and water system are safe and efficient. Call Greco and Haynes. Water is their only business.
Combine Red Sox action with the big screen fun of a cinema experience, and you have NESN HD Game Night Red Sox Live. Showcase Cinemas and Cinemagic have teamed up to show live Red Sox games on the big screen in high definition at select theaters. August 21st, it's Sox Yankees in high definition at the movies. Don't miss NESN HD Game Night. Check out RedSox.com for game dates, tickets, and theater locations. Sports Desk, New England's most complete sports newscast. From the field to the locker room. Delivered right into your home. Sports Desk tonight, presented by FWM. In-depth coverage beyond the scores.
Join Jason Varitek and friends for a miniature golf tournament to benefit Children's Hospital Boston and the Celebrities for Charity Foundation. The event will take place on September 7th at Station Landing in Medford. For more information, log on to veritekputtputt.org.
Coco Crisp to lead it off here in the home half of the third inning. 1-0. The Yankees on top. Crisp grounded back to the mound. His first time up, trying to bunt his way on. As he fouls it off. Tried to bunt his way on the first time. And it went back to Ming Wang. Crisp, Loretta, and Ortiz expected here in the third inning. Ming Wang has thrown 29 pitches through 2+ innings now. '96, and it's 1-1. He's got kind of that slow, lazy delivery, but it explodes on you. 96 miles per hour.
Yeah, he does.
Fastball.
He brings those hands up to a tap of over his head and just about stops, hesitates.
To Cano for the first out of the third.
That really should not have an effect on a hitter. That's just his personal preference on how he keeps his mechanics in check. But from a hitter's point of view, you don't really pick the ball up until that arm starts to come to home plate. So anything that he does prior to that really should not throw off a hitter.
So all that Hideo Nomo, Louis Tiant stuff, no effect.
Well, Tiant a little bit different because he would turn his back to hitters, you know, and that's a little bit different, a little tougher to pick up that pitch. But Wong does not do that. Here's where you start to pick up right there.
Mark Loretta doubled his first time up. Red Sox have 2 hits. They're both doubles. Loretta doubled in the first. Eric Hinsky doubled in the second inning in his Red Sox debut. And there for a strike, and it's 1-1 now to Loretta. Red Sox stranding 2 base runners in the first inning. Loretta at second, Ramirez at first in the second. Hinsky was left at second.
Kind of a nice shot here, as you'll see pretty much what the hitter gets to look at as you're looking out toward the pitcher, and you'll see Wong go up, hesitate. You just keep your timing in the box, and boom, here's where you pick it up.
Wow, that's a great angle.
That is a nice shot. You know, it kind of gives you the idea how little time as a hitter you have to react.
You know, maybe I couldn't hit 260 in this league if I played every day after seeing that chart. It's pretty fast.
And this guy's only throwing, you know, 94, 95. I mean, Don, I still think you could probably.
This gets on you in a hurry.
So here's where you would slap one to the opposite field, I'm quite sure.
You got to start swinging now.
And the amazing thing about it, when you think about it, is hitters can pick up that rotation and spin almost immediately out of the hand of the pitcher.
I would like to see a splitter from there. As this is inside, Loretta almost got hit. It's 2-2. Because to me, as you often say, you think it's the toughest pitch to hit, but I just can't imagine it being there and all of a sudden it's not there when you go to swing.
Yeah, it'd be a little bit difficult from that. You'd have to have a real low angle to see the, you know, the action on the splitter from that particular angle of what a hitter sees.
But you pick up rotation immediately.
Just about, yeah.
Loretta picks this up, drives it to left. Back goes Cabrera. Looking up, and it's going to grab the scoreboard. A nasty ricochet. Cabrera runs it down. The Red Sox have their third double of the day. It's the second double for Mark Loretta.
Kind of a different bounce, isn't it, off that scoreboard? Usually you see the ball bounce the other direction, but this time it bounces to Cabrera's left. So the first double for Loretta was on a fastball, the second double on a slider. And watch Cabrera go over, tries to get a position to play it off the ball, but it kicks to his left, which you don't see very often. Regardless, left, right, or right at him, it was going to be a double anyway.
No extra base hits in the last 10 games for Loretta, but he's got 2 doubles today. Stands at second with 1 down. Big Papi had this situation back in the first. Loretta was at second with 1 down, and he popped out to short left field to Melky Cabrera. Posada out to talk to Ming Wang.
Well, you can hit the road with the Red Sox. There are still a limited number of spaces on the Red Sox destinations road trip to Toronto, September 22nd through the 24th. Due to popular demand, a new package was just added over Labor Day weekend, combining Red Sox baseball and the Deutsche Bank Championship PGA Tour event. Call 877-3-GAME on or email travel@fenwaysportsgroup.com for more details.
1-0 to Ortiz. Loretta at second base, 1 down. 2-0. Mentioned Ortiz fly to left his first time up. Even with that, hits at .462.
Now both the 3 and 4 hitters, Ortiz, Ramirez, very, very good numbers against Wong.
Line caught by Wilson. Tried to turn it into a double play, but back to the bag at second quickly is Loretta. So Big Papi hitting it hard, but right at Craig Wilson, 2 down.
And as soon as Wilson caught that, he took a look, and Jeter immediately put his arms up. No, don't throw it. I can't get to the bag in time. The ball was hit too hard. Line shot by David Ortiz, but right at Wilson. He spins a look at second base, but there's no way Jeter could get there in time to try to double up Loretta.
So 2 down. Loretta remains at second base, and here's Manny Ramirez. He got ahead in the count 3-0, and then was intentionally walked his first time up by Wong. Sox have certainly had their chances here in the early going, but have been unable to push across their first run of the afternoon. Red Sox 0 for 5 so far today with runners in scoring position.
And again, they're going to walk Manny. Falling behind 2-0, taking no chances. So for the second time today, the intentional walk for Manny Ramirez.
We'll go after Kevin Youkilis.
That is 10 intentional walks now on the season for Manny. Ties him with Jim Thome in the American League. Vlad Guerrero and Ortiz lead. They both have 18.
So this was the situation back in the first. The Red Sox had runners at first and second with 2 down after Ramirez was intentionally walked, and Wong got Youkilis to fly out to left. The Red Sox strand a pair of base runners in the first. We'll see what happens this time. Youkilis with a half-hearted swing, changed his mind in the middle, but goes around.
And because Youkilis takes so many pitches, a lot of times he thinks he's going to get a fastball, and he does on first pitch, and he'll swing at it. Not that time. He got the slider.
Runs it inside at 95.
That's sneaky quick, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
It doesn't look 95.
In the dirt, nice play by Posada to his right, and it's 2-1. The last 2 times out for Wong, he's been under 100 pitches thrown in each outing through 95 pitches. And a no decision at Chicago against the White Sox. It only lasted 5 innings for those 95 pitches. Giving up 4 runs, and then last time out, the 5 1/3, giving up 5 runs to the Angels. And through 93 pitches today, already up to 47 through 2 2/3. Three and 1 to Youkilis. Cole waits on deck. Red at second, Ramirez at first. The hitters count for Kevin Youkilis. Ball 4, he walks in. Third walk of the day given up by Wong. 2 of them intentional. This will bring Ron Guidry, the pitching coach, out. Louisiana Lightning checking in on Ming Wong. Well, everyone has the chance to visit the Sam Adams Brewery and be a taster for a day. If you want to be a Sam Adams taster, visit samadams.com for details. Oh, 2 outs. The Red Sox have the bases loaded here. And Mike Lowell to be the batter. Lowell grounded out to second base and his only at bat so far in this one. 3 for 12 this season with the bases loaded. 11 RBIs. And last Sunday, of course, his 5th career grand slam, did it against the Orioles. Wong starts off ahead. Gophers last 6 after having his 5-game hitting streak come to an end here, the game before last. To right field, Abreu coming in. He'll get there to make the catch, and the Red Sox leave him loaded. They've left 6 on through 3 and trail 1-0.
Granite City Electric
and Glen Electric present
Field of Dreams 3, where you could win nightlights for your town's ball field.
Enter to win at GraniteCityElectric.com.
Granite City Electric.
We do it right now.
You know, it doesn't hurt that, he has, one of the best looking faces in the game,
Ooh, this is a beautiful game.
He's infectious, that smile and the attitude. To me, he is the most clutch hitter in all of baseball.
He's just a great big teddy bear, and I love being his teammate.
Big Poppy, man, he's a special one, and it's a pleasure to play with him.
Combine Red Sox action with the big screen fun of a cinema experience, and you have NESN HD Game Night Red Sox Live. Showcase Cinemas and Cinemagic have teamed up to show live Red Sox games on the big screen in high definition at select theaters. August 21st, it's Sox Yankees in high definition at the movies. Don't miss NESN HD Game Night. Check out redsox.com for game dates, tickets, and theater locations. How about that? TWIB is on Nesson. This Week in Baseball, presented by Pepsi, is hosted by top players each week and takes you inside the game through the eyes of the best major leaguers. This Week in Baseball, Sunday afternoons on Nesson.
Time now for the Aflac trivia question. And our question today: July 31st, 1976 was the last day-night doubleheader between the Red Sox and the Yankees. Who started for the Red Sox? We'll have the answer for you a little bit later as we head to the fourth inning. A 1-0 Yankees lead, and it's a pleasure to have with us the chairman of the Red Sox, Tom Werner, and also Mike Andrews from the Jimmy Fund. And Mike, a very special day here today, and it has started well.
It certainly has, Don, and you know, we're just hoping that that momentum continues on, and maybe we can get a little momentum going on the field too. That would be nice. But
well, whatever happens on the field, this is a great day for the Red Sox, WEEI, Nesson, and everybody. You know, the man hours that have gone into this day, and the number of pledges that we're going to get, and I know we're going to beat last year's total of $2.4 million. It's a great day for Red Sox Nation.
Tom, it truly is a special thing. You look at some of the other franchises, you know, throughout Major League Baseball, and this relationship with the Jimmy Fund is incredibly special and unique.
I do believe that the Red Sox relationship with the Jimmy Fund is something that is really unparalleled in sports, and as everybody knows, it's gone back more than 50 years, and each year we're thankful for what we can do. This is such a great organization, the Jimmy Fund, Dana-Farber, and we now know that cancer rates are that there's a 75% cure rate now, Mike, among children at Dana-Farber, and somebody once said something which I thought was the most poetic, is that we're not going to stop until there is no more Jimmy Fund necessary.
How true that is, Tom.
Alex Rodriguez lines it back, and Mike, Jerry, and I had a chance to go over there last week and take a look, and it's amazing how much it has grown over time. Also, it looks totally different from year to year, even at the clinic.
It really does, and you know, as I've said already a couple of times today, things are happening so fast now. It's really all about the funding. We have the knowledge, we have all of the wherewithal to make cancer go away, and it's just a matter of how fast we can fund the work that needs to be done to get the job done. And we're on our way, and thanks to people like Tom and the Red Sox in particular, that 53 years is something very special. And Tom's gone the extra mile. He is a trustee at Dana-Farber Cancer Institute along with Larry Lucchino, and you know, that tells me there's more than just, you know, having to carry on the tradition. There's a real commitment there, and we're forever grateful for that.
Mike, the thing that impressed me the most the other day, because we made our little visit over there, and the people that you have working there, it's just incredible. I mean, you know, in very difficult situations, tough times for families, the upbeat attitude that you have is just, it's hard to fathom, you know, what that means to people and the spirits that it lifts.
You know, Jerry, A-Rod got a single, but that is so true. And you know, I've heard that for the 28 years I've been there, and I don't know why that is, because it is very different than most other hospitals you go to, because we have a lot of patients that come from other places that say they've never been treated like that. It's like it's their own family, and I don't know where it started. It must have started with Dr. Farber and has just passed its way down, but it goes right from the security guards through the nurses, through the doctors, through everybody who's involved.
You know, Tom, the Red Sox, of course, Pam Mass Challenge, always involved in different things. The Red Sox Foundation, but the Jimmy Fund so close to the players over the years also. As this one is to second base, Loretta will touch second, fire to first, and scoop by Youkilis. Nicely done.
Loretta looked like Mike Andrews on that play.
No, the throw did.
Got some pretty good second baseman here to
I'll tell you what,
about.
Jerry, you and I have talked about it. I am so impressed with that whole infield, but Loretta is really got the sure hands.
Very solid going to his backhand. Another nice play by Youkilis at first base, and you can see that Johnson certainly appreciates that double play.
Tom, as I was saying, we're sitting here with two different players, Mike Andrews and Jerry Remy, of course, the Red Sox past, but it's amazing how the players have been involved with the Jimmy Fund and the kids as well over the years. Very special for the team also.
Well, we have a great bunch of players who know that being a Red Sox means that you ought to be doing something for the community. And, you know, I'm talking with two players who know that they're role models, and it's an honor that you know, I'm just sitting or standing between them. But you know, the work that Mike Andrews has done for the Jimmy Fund and for Dana Farber, you know, when he goes to sleep at night, I know that you're doing God's work.
You know, the way I say it, Tom, is I'm blessed. I have something, and Jerry, I'm sure you do a marvelous job up here, but you know, you always hear, gee, you really got the shaft by not making the money. And I said, you know what? I got something that unfortunately most of these players will never have in their life, and that's the blessing of having, I can't call it a job. It's just a way of life.
And the other thing that should be said, Mike, and you know this better than anybody, there's a lot of guys that have played through a Red Sox uniform. Nobody knows that they go to the Jimmy Fund. Nobody knows that they visit these kids. You know, and sometimes some of that good publicity people don't hear about. But there's a lot of them that have been through.
Well, you're absolutely right, Jerry, and that's a shame. But unfortunately, that's our media. We've learned that on every aspect.
At least that makes somebody smile over there.
Oh, and I tell you, they do. And every time I have an opportunity to talk to the players in spring training, I just say, you have no idea of the impact you can have over there. You know it. A lot of these guys know it. It is amazing that they do things that drugs cannot do.
And again, the number 1-877-738-1234. As we found over the last few years, you have all day to do it. Late into the night here tonight at Fenway Park. We hope everybody will pledge.
Well, Don, I'll tell you, we're going to be here until probably 1 o'clock this morning when we sign off. So I hope so, too. And I know they will. They always come through for us.
$3 million today, Mike. $3 million.
$3 million. I'm rooting for $3 million. And take the double hitter, too. Throw that in.
Now, that would be a complete day here today, to say the least. And again, there is the number for everyone to pledge. What'd you say, 2.4 last year?
2.4, and we are determined, as Mike said, to exceed that this year. $3 million.
Jorge Posada batting here with 2 outs in the inning.
You know, you think of all the big days in Boston, and you think about today and what's going on with the Jimmy Fund. The Yankees in for 2 games. It doesn't get any better than this, right?
I'll tell you, you know, I got nervous when the makeup day happened, and then I got to thinking, you know what? It's just going to add more excitement to the entire proceedings.
Now to center field. Coco Crisp looks like he's got it under control and does. Tom Warner, Mike Andrews, thank you so much.
Thanks, Don. Thanks, Gary.
Thanks, Tony. All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, Gary.
Not too close. What do you think? I got that insurance?
What insurance is that, Yogi?
The one you really need to have. If you don't have it, that's why you need it.
Need what?
Aflac. Well, if you get hurt and miss work, it won't hurt to miss work. And they give you cash, which is just as good as money.
Aflac. Ask about it at work.
Dear Dr. Z, my class is learning about the environment. What are you doing to help?
Well, class, this Jeep Liberty diesel gets 26 highway miles per gallon. And we're building a Flex Fuel Commander and Grand Cherokee. Plus, coming soon, the world's cleanest diesel. They're our cleanest 4x4s ever.
It's a joke.
Is that mustache real?
It's back. Employee pricing plus 0% financing. Get our employee price on most 2006 Jeep vehicles.
Much anger and violence in our city.
You got to stop looking down on people.
Find a role model, someone to look up to.
You got to find in your family, your school, and your community.
The greatest clutch hitter in Red Sox history has done it again. Big Papi.
It's easy to look up to this guy.
So listen to your man.
And listen to Big Papi.
Found a role model.
And help keep the peace.
Stay tuned after the game for WB Mason's Extra Innings and Granite City Electric's Extra Innings Extra with Tom Caron and Dennis Eckersley. We'll have continuing coverage of the WEEI Ness and Jimmy Fund Telethon and all the reaction from the Red Sox clubhouse, plus a preview of the Game 2 matchup between John Lester and Sidney Ponson. It's all right after the game, and it's only on Nesson.
Last half of the fourth inning, 1-0. The Yankees on top as Eric Hinsky leads it off. And it's an honor to have with us Dr. Lisa Diller, Clinical Director of Pediatric Oncology at Dana-Farber, and a cancer survivor, George Spencer. George is a 10-year cancer survivor after being diagnosed at just the age of 17. Tell us a little bit about what it's been like for you and being where you are right now, actually, as Hinsky lines it out towards right field, and that will one-hop the wall. Abreu fires it back in, and Eric Hinsky having a great day in his first day in a Red Sox uniform.
Well, a standing ovation from the Red Sox crowd. They love new players, and they love new players who produce quickly, and certainly Hinsky has done that. 2 doubles today, 1 to the opposite field, this time hooking the ball out toward the Red Sox bullpen. So he has had back-to-back doubles in his Red Sox debut.
George, I'm sorry. As we were saying, what has the Jimmy? Yeah, exactly. What has the Jimmy Fund been like for you over the last 10 years?
The Jimmy Fund's been great. It's the reason why I'm here today. 10 years ago, I walked into the Jimmy Fund as a very sick kid, and right now, 10 years later, I'm a healthy, grown-up guy that just got married, and I'm enjoying life as a result of the Jimmy Fund.
This is set to right field off the bat of Lopez. Over to make the play is Abreu. Hinsky will tag and get to third base just 90 feet away.
Well, a productive out for Javi Lopez with the man at second base going the other way and putting Hinsky on third base with less than 2 outs. Of course, being a doctor over there.
Yes, being a doctor over there, I'm so proud of what we do.
Exactly.
I'm proud of everybody here who's giving money to the Jimmy Fund and cheering for us, and I'm proud of all the research we do, and I'm proud of our survivors who go through so much to get here to a day like today.
You know, I was mentioning to Mike, and you can answer this probably better than anybody, but the fact that when we were over there the other day visiting, the positive attitude that just surrounds the whole place.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, it's amazing. And
absolutely. From the playroom to the people who register you, to the nurses, to the doctors, to even the trainees, the medical students and residents who come over, everybody.
Having that positive attitude is such an important key to, beating this disease. And
Jeter dives it short and throws out Gonzalez, but the Red Sox played their first run of the day. We're tied at 1.
We came at the right time.
That's right. You guys got to run.
And a little small baseball play. The leadoff double, the fly ball to the opposite field, and now the ground ball with the man at third base, infield back. Jeter at probably double play spot, but diving for the ball, has no other play but to go to first. And we got a tie ball game.
And Doctor, it's amazing how far they've come over the last few years, and the people who pledge where their money goes is to that research.
Absolutely. The research that we do at the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute not only improves how well people do in terms of beating their cancer, but also how well they do in terms of their quality of life after cancer, in terms of preserving all their other bodily functions, fertility in particular, their ability to go to school, to be healthy hockey players, for example, like the man to my right. We want our therapies to be strong enough to get the cancer and gentle enough to give you your life.
And George, you're still going back for checkups? Is that how that works?
Part of the great thing at Dana-Farber is the preemie survivorship centers that they have, where they follow up with you for long-term side effects, and the doctors and nurses take that knowledge and they help improve the quality of treatment for kids currently being treated, so they can have a higher quality of life later in life.
It's said that about 1 in 900 young adults is a childhood cancer survivor at this point.
Well, Dr. Lisa Diller and George Spencer, we thank you so much for joining us, telling us your story, and we hope everyone will pledge today at the telethon, radiothon. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much.
Go Red Sox.
All right. Well, you got them a run here as it is tied 1-1. The Red Sox looking for more with the bases empty, and Coco Crisp offered to end the inning. The third base umpire Ed Rapuano rings him up. The Red Sox have tied the game 1-1 at the end of 4 innings.
Be right back.
Thank you, baby.
Got a craving for Chicago? Fly Southwest Airlines nonstop from Manchester or Providence to Chicago Midway for just $99 one way.
You are now free to move about the country.
So every month you sit down to pay the bills. Oh, joy. But what if you could do the whole thing online in less than half the time? If you used Sovereign Bank Bill Pay, you wouldn't have to buy stamps or write checks. To see how fast and simple it is, log on to sovereignbank.com and check out Bill Pay. It's free, so give it a try. You'll never go back to the old way. And it'll give you more time to do things like watch baseball.
The wait is over. Olympia Sports' biggest footwear sale of the year is happening right now. Buy one pair of brand name athletic footwear, get a second pair of equal or lesser value for only half price. Choose from all the top brands. This sale ends soon, so get it at Olympia Sports today.
Nesson is sizzling in August. The Red Sox play 12 games against division rivals, including a 5-game visit to Fenway from the Yankees. When the Sox hit the road for the West Coast swing, catch an early morning replay on Breakfast with the Sox and watch the Sox of the future with the minor league doubleheader at Fenway Park. Nesson and WEEI team up August 18th for the Jimmy Fund Radio Telethon to help strike out cancer. Plus, Charlie Moore's Summer of Fun continues with all new episodes. August is heating up on Nesson.
Check on the runner at first. Swing and a miss to elevate on Swisher. It's the second strikeout for Beckett, 2 down.
And both strikeouts on the back.
Hey, how about a serving of Red Sox action with your breakfast? Breakfast with the Sox, a 2-hour replay of the West Coast games.
Back at Fenway, and time now for the answer to our Aflac trivia question. And the question was, July 31st, 1976 was the last day-night doubleheader between the Red Sox and Yankees. Who started for the Sox? Ferguson Jenkins and Reggie Cleveland in each of the games. Jenkins had a complete game win, 4-2 over the Yankees. And then Reggie Cleveland defeated Catfish Hunter. 7 1/3 innings, 8 hits, and a 6-4 win, so a sweep for the Red Sox of the Yankees. Some foul tip. The pitching line is brought to you by Nissan for Ming Wang. 79 pitches. 4 innings, 4 hits, the 1 run, which came back in the first inning. Well, the difference to the first 3 batters, and of course, beginning with the triple for Damon and what he's done lately. Just 1 hit since the first inning, and at one point had retired 8 Yankees in a row. Wilson takes the strike, and it's 1-2 now to the Yankees first baseman.
Yeah, Wilson questioning that last strike, but that's one that Johnson certainly needs. Trying to throw sinkers, and if you get that low strike, you're in pretty good shape.
Greg Wilson making his Yankees debut back on August 2nd. Fired on the 31st from the Pirates. Right-hander Sean Chacon, who struggled this season. Had a very good year last year. It's strike 3 and the 3rd strikeout of the day for Jason Johnson.
And the second time he has got Wilson on the curveball today. Got him on a breaking ball back in the second. Now a good breaking ball here. His curveball's been very good this afternoon. He's left a couple up in the zone, but they haven't been able to hurt him on it. So when it looked like he may not make it out of the first inning after 3 straight hits, he has settled down to pitch a very nice ball game.
You know, if he doesn't get out of that first inning, I mean, your bullpen is a mess right out of the gate. You'd have to go to it very early. That's the last thing you want to do in a day-night doubleheader scenario. And for Terry Francona and the Red Sox, fortunately, Jason has found his bearings here and works his way into the 5th. 1 down, Melky Cabrera after the 1-0 and sending it foul. Johnson is about to throw his 85th pitch of the ball game. Red Sox also, of course, down a pitcher. Greg Breslow being sent out, the lefty In order to make room for Hinske, it sounds like there'll be a move in between games for the Red Sox in Game 2 that will have impact on the bullpen and Keith Folk.
Yeah, word we get is Folk will be activated for Game 2 of this day-night doubleheader, and we'll see what the move is.
Inside, 3-1. Johnny Damon waits on deck. His average is 87. The high just 103, and today at 86. Through 85 his last time out. Last time out, a 5 1/3 inning effort, giving up 9 hits, 7 runs. Manny Ramirez with the single and the Fahey error in left in the 10th inning gave the Red Sox the walk-off win. Saturday afternoon day game here at Fenway. Taller task today facing the Yankees. And it's ball 4 to Cabrera. Second walk given up by Jason Johnson.
Well, get ready for back to school with the Boston Globe. Just pick up this Sunday's Globe, and inside you'll find a free book cover featuring superstars David Ortiz, Tom Brady, and others. Don't miss out. Get your free book cover this Sunday only in the Globe. I forgot one name on there: Ortiz, Brady, and Orsillo.
Do not fit in the same sentence, unfortunately. 1 out, 1 on as Damon stands in. And a triple in the first and grounded out to first in the third. Sends it foul down the right field line. Damon got the day off started quickly for the Yankees. With that triple and then scoring in the first inning. The only run for the Yankees is they had 3 straight hits, but then Johnson retired the side. Giambi, Rodriguez, and Cano.
Cabrera, another guy that can run, 9 steals on the season.
Damon hits it high and deep to right, sending Hinske back at the wall. It is gone. Damon hit a home run yesterday, hits one today, now 19 on the season. And the 2-run home run puts the Yankees on top 3-1.
Number 19 for Johnny Damon on a fastball, and a high home run for Damon. Gets underneath that sinker. That stays up in the zone about thigh high and puts it into those seats down that right field line. The career high for Johnny Damon in a season, 20 home runs, 19 now. That is his 3rd career home run off Jason Johnson.
Well, Jeter taps one foul. There is action for the first time today in the Red Sox pen. It's Kyle Snyder. Not only the home run by Johnson, but the pitch count now 91 pitches. He's only been over 100 pitches twice this season, and both of those coming in April. April 18th at Baltimore, and then the 28th of April against Texas. Numbers not good for him coming into this game today against the Yankees. Career 2-9, 4.29 ERA. They really kept him at bay here until the 5th. Jeter hits it on the ground and by the dive of Gonzalez. Derek Jeter on for the 2nd time today. He's 2 for 3, a couple of hits.
And Derek Jeter came into this game, as Don mentioned earlier, 1 for his last 11, but now 2 for 3 this afternoon. .331 batting average for Derek Jeter. I made a mistake there. It's not 331, it's 341 for Derek Jeter, which is second in the league to Joe Mauer, who is now at 359.
Dave Wallace out there for the first time today. Bobby Abreu will be next.
Kids, collect the caps from Hood Milk in the Light Block bottle all summer long, and your school could earn up to $10,000 and win a visit from a Boston Red Sox player.
'94 pitches now for Jason Johnson. We got the first out of the inning, a strikeout of Wilson. Since then, a walk, a 2-run home run, and a single. And Bobby Abreu, who's been on base twice today for New York. Line drive into left center field. Jeter heading for third base. Abreu will stop at first. And it's first and third now with one out. Third time today Abreu's been on his second hit.
That's really been the top of the lineup for the Yankees. Damon with a triple and a home run. Jeter with 2 hits and RBI. Now Abreu on base 3 times. 2 hits and a walk. Also has a steal.
Lopez out to buy some time, and now here comes Terry Francona. So the afternoon for Jason Johnson. Gives him 4 1/3 innings. He'll go to the long man Kyle Snyder. So as Johnson leaves, this call to the bullpen is brought to you by your local Ford store. Every journey begins with a bold move. Start your journey today by visiting your local Ford store. Pitching change from Fenway. It's now 3-1 Yankees.
You keep me cool in the summer, warm in the winter. Thank you, NuPro.
NuPro windows have one of the best energy ratings in America. So when energy costs rise, you save with beautiful NuPro windows. And right now, save even more with NuPro's $79 rebate. That's right, $79 per window. If you need replacement windows, call NuPro now and save.
That's why I tell my friends to call 1-800-GO-NuPro.
The wait is over. Olympia Sports' biggest footwear sale of the year is happening right now. Buy 1 pair of brand name athletic footwear, get a 2nd pair of equal or lesser value for only half price. Choose from all the top brands. This sale ends soon, so get it at Olympia Sports today.
Granite City Electric
and Glen Electric present
Field of Dreams 3, where you could win night lights for your town's ball field.
Enter to win at GraniteCityElectric.com.
Granite City Electric.
We do it right now.
Well, tonight after our Red Sox coverage, stay with Nesson for Sports Desk, presented by FW Webb, home of Frank Webb's Bath Centers. Among the topics tonight, a complete recap of today's action at Fenway, highlights from other games that impact the AL playoff picture, and highlights from the second round of the PGA Championship from Medina. That's Sports Desk tonight after Red Sox coverage only on Nesson.
3-1. The Yankees on top, 1 out here in the top half of the 5th. Red Sox make the pitching change. On is Kyle Snyder.
Snyder making his 9th appearance for the Red Sox. He has made 4 starts, a 3-2 record, 33 hits and 28 1/3. He has walked 8, struck out 26, opponents hitting .295. You see his career numbers in relief. Much better, obviously, than as a starting pitcher. His last outing coming against Baltimore in the 13th inning in that game gave up a couple of earnings.
Well, Jason Johnson with a tough first inning, but it got out of it, giving up just the 1 run, then seemed to settle down very nicely, innings 2 through 4. But after the strikeout of Craig Wilson here in the 5th, the Yankees very quickly have walked a 2-run home run, back-to-back singles, and became unraveled pretty quickly. So a 2-run deficit at the moment for the Red Sox. The Yankees have runners at first and third. And Jeter and Abreu. And there's 1 out in the inning for Jason Giambi, who's 0 for 2. He has popped out to short, struck out swinging.
First pitch changeup from Snyder, down and away. Excellent pitch to Giambi. That's the Red Sox pretty much straight up in the infield, still playing to pull, but more in a double play position right now with the one out.
In the dirt, knocked down nicely by Javi Lopez. Jeter's just 90 feet away, and Lopez able to knock it down, keep it in front of him.
Change-ups and curveballs so far from Snyder. And just trying to slide over and block the ball, Javi Lopez, to keep Jeter at third base.
Runs it away, and that runs into right field for a base hit. As in from third comes Jeter to put the Yankees on top 4-1. So Jason Giambi drives in the fourth Yankees run of the day.
And his 94th RBI of the season. A big bounce up over the head of Kevin Youkilis. Youkilis, of course, holding Abreu on first base. On top of the fastball, and the hop right over Youkilis' head. Once it gets past him, Loretta can't make the play on the dive, and Jeter comes on the score. So a big fifth inning for the Yankees.
Alex Rodriguez 1 for 2 today. Single to left field his last time up after flying to center back in the first inning. Jason Johnson still responsible for the runner at second, and Bobby Abreu. So far a touch for 4 runs through 4 1/3 innings. Breaking ball missing, and it's 2-0 now to A-Rod. Snyder, the long man for the Red Sox, out of the pen and into the game here in the fifth inning. Out of the bullpen, he has held opponents to a .207 batting average in his first 4 games out of the Red Sox pen. Fly ball to center field. Battling the sun is Crisp as he drifts onto the warning track and makes the catch. Tagging at second is Abreu, and he'll get to third base with now 2 outs in the inning.
Well, there are some clouds up top this afternoon, but the Coco Crisp battle that one the whole way. Crisp get the glasses down using the glove. He's able to make the catch, but Abreu tags and goes to third base. Snyder picks up the second out of the inning on the long fly ball.
Here's Robinson Cano, who's 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice to Mark Loretta at second base, last time into a double play. Just 196 with 2 outs and runners in scoring position. The situation here, first and third with 2 outs. Fooled on that pitch. 1-1.
Again, that Snyder 12-6 curveball, and really fooled way off balance as Cano on that swing.
Cano has played more games at second base for the Yankees, 204, than any left-handed batter in franchise history. Sporting onto the scene with the Yankees, homegrown. There's the pitch outside. It's a 2-1 to Cano. With his arrival making Alfonso Soriano expendable. Cano, 23 years old, will turn 24 in October from San Pedro de Macorís of the Dominican Republic.
Just watching him, this year, for a young guy, he just seems to play with an awful lot of confidence.
297 in his first season last year with the Yankees. The Lions this down the right field line foul back into the seats. It doesn't appear to play like a rookie last year when we saw him, and you think about the task that he's taken on. You're breaking into a Yankees lineup on the big stage of New York. Total of 132 games in his first year last year in a Yankees uniform. Signed originally as a non-drafted free agent. His father was originally signed by the Yankees in 1980. Jose Cano made his major league debut with Houston in '89, pitched in 6 major league games. Snyder's 2-2 pitch. On the ground left side, Lowell to his left will fire to first to end the inning. But the Yankees come up with 3 runs, including the 2-run shot by Damon. It's 4-1 New York.
Drop everything. Toyota's nationwide clearance event is here. While you're there, don't miss the stylish Camry and see why Toyota is the #1 brand in passenger car sales in America. And don't miss the #1 selling minivan in New England, Sienna, available with all-wheel drive. Right now, you could save with $1,000 cash back, or you could get your Sienna with 0% financing, or get your best Toyota Time clearance deal on a fuel-efficient Corolla. The clock's ticking. The Toyota Time clearance event ends September 5th. Toyota, moving forward.
Hi, I'm the person who didn't save hundreds of dollars by switching car insurance. Yep, I'm the guy. Must be, because every day they tell me about a bazillion people who switched on TV, radio, billboards.
They show me entire stadiums worth of people who switched.
But Progressive Direct shows you side-by-side comparisons of competitors' rates and services, so you can see if their services are worth the savings. Those gazillion people should call Progressive, because no one likes to be wrong. Think easier. Think Progressive.
T&M Billiards and Bar Stools has everything to make your home entertaining.
Start with an unbelievable selection of the highest quality pool tables. T&M also has everything you need for Texas Hold'em poker, foosball, pinball, air hockey, and more. Looking for bars and stools? There's no better selection. Even home theater seating. Plus, T&M has all the accessories to make your home fun. Stop by T&M Billiards and Bar Stools in Willimantic and Rocky Hill, the source for home game entertainment.
Just gives me the feeling like she's not listening to me.
Have you tried not saying every other word?
What?
Remember your ski trip story?
Yeah.
I was going down the hill and there was a crowd and
come on, that's
and I was
not me.
Stuff either happens or it doesn't.
Holy.
Well, now is the time to sign up for the 2007 Red Sox fantasy camps for adults 30 and over. The week-long camps are a great winter escape in the Florida sun. You'll play with and against the heroes of your youth. The camps consistently sell out, so call now while spaces remain at 877 Red Sox 9.
Well, Johnny Damon with a 2-run home run as part of a 3-run top of the 5th inning for the Yankees. They lead it 4-1 into the bottom half of the 5th. Mark Loretta, David Ortiz, and Manny Ramirez to face Ming Wang.
4 hits for the Red Sox, all 4 hits doubles, and Loretta with 2 of them.
And Eric Hinsky with 2 of them. In their first strike. And look at the day for Ming Wang. 61 pitches deep so far for him. The 1 run coming across in the 4th. Round out by Gonzalez, scored Eric Hensky. That's been it for the Red Sox, who have stranded to 6 men on base. The first 4, including leaving them loaded in the 3rd inning. Red Sox are 0 for 8 with runners in scoring position. Poppy waits on deck. He's been 0 for 2 so far today. Then Manning. Red Sox and the Yankees have met 81 times during the regular season and postseason over the last 4 years, with the Red Sox holding an amazing 41-40 advantage. You talk about close. I mean, it is unbelievable how close these games have been. The numbers are on down the list. Strike 3 call to Loretta. It's the 2nd strikeout for Ming Wang, and there's 1 away here in the 5th.
They got Coco Chris to strike out to end the 4th, and Loretta now in the 5th. Perfect location with this fastball as it comes back to the outside corner. That's a pitch that he was missing with earlier in the game, but that time he picks up the corner for a strike.
Had no strikeouts through 3 2/3, but he struck out Crisp to end the 4th. He opens the 5th with a strikeout of Mark Loretta, and now his 3rd look of the day at David Ortiz. 1 hopper to first. Craig Wilson handles out number 2. We're here at Fenway Park in Boston. Don Orsillo with Cherry Remy and Tina Sabasio, bringing you Red Sox baseball in high definition on NESN. Our producer of Red Sox baseball is Russ Ken. Our director is Mike Garachi. Associate producer back in his chair, Adam Jupiter. And the executive producer of NESN is Joel Fell. Ashley Adamson assisting us in the booth as always. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. A 3-run New York lead. And here's Manny Ramirez, who has been intentionally walked twice. Both times not the initial plan. Both times Ming Wang getting down on the count and then electing to walk Manny Ramirez intentionally. As Wong has 3 walks allowed today, and 2 of them intentionally to Manny Ramirez. A more conventional style base on balls given to Kevin Youkilis in the 3rd. Quickly strike 2 to Manny, and it's 0-2.
Manny didn't like that call too. He thought that ball was low, and he's still giving it to Randazzo behind home plate. Sada sets up away. The ball is middle, and Manny immediately saying the ball is too low.
Framed on the outside corner. Wong thought he had it, took a couple steps towards the dugout.
So Manny not happy. Now Wong not happy. He thought he had strike 3 on this slider. Now the call strike on Loretta last inning, almost the same spot, and that's why you saw Wong kind of heading toward the dugout.
And he now reaches out, lifts it down the right field line, deep towards the corner. It's over, and it is gone. Manny Ramirez wraps one around the pole down the right field line, taking it the other way for his 33rd home run of the season. And it's now 4-2.
That's almost a one-handed home run for Manny Ramirez. It's the breaking ball again, the slider away. Manny just flicks it out to the opposite field. I thought the ball was going to go foul, but somehow it stays inside the foul pole and hooks around for the home run. So the one time they pitched to Manny today, he picks up the opposite field homer.
The updated numbers for Ramirez in his career against Wong, and his second home run against Wong. Well, Joe Torre doing everything in his power not to let David Ortiz or Manny Ramirez beat him today. And as Ortiz has been stymied so far by Wong, he's 0 for 3. Intentionally walked Manny twice. Now Ramirez with a home run down the right field line. Good news for the Yankees, a solo shot. Youkilis slides it to third, picked in the air to his left by A-Rod to end the 5th. Home run for Manny. It's a 4-2 Yankees lead after 5.
Deb Goldberg. As chair of Brookline Selectmen, she increased firefighters when most towns cut them.
Only Deb could do that.
She protected seniors' homes when they were going to close them.
She fought for our homes.
She rescued an adoption agency, kept its doors open.
We're a family now.
Deb Goldberg, effective leadership.
Making a difference for ordinary people.
In extraordinary ways.
The way I was brought up, you always put people first.
Deb Goldberg for Lieutenant Governor.
This time make it memorable. Make it special. Make it right. Make sure it's to your heart's delight. Where the finer things in life are found. Make it Marable Jewelers this time around. This time make it Marable.
Free is fantastic, right? Like free coffee or free parking. But free checking? Usually you have to buy checks and keep minimum balances. At Sovereign Bank, free means free. And with our free interest checking, use any bank's ATMs free. You also get free checks, unlimited check writing, and free online banking with bill pay. It even pays interest.
So you won't just save money, you'll make it.
You know, it doesn't hurt that, he has, one of the best looking faces in the game,
Ooh, that's a beautiful game.
He's infectious, that smile and the attitude. To me, he is the most clutch hitter in all of baseball.
He's just a great big teddy bear, and I love being his teammate.
Big Poppy, man, he's a special one, and it's a pleasure to play with him.
Tonight at 7, Olympia Sports presents the Boston Globe pregame report with John Caron and Dennis Eckersley live on Yorkie Way. They'll preview the pitching matchup in Game 2. John Lester for the Sox, Sidney Ponson for the Yankees, plus more inspiring guests as part of our continuing coverage of the WEEI NESN Jimmy Fun Radio Telethon, and the Boston Globe's Gordon Eads and Nick Cafano with the latest news. It's all tonight at 7, only on NESN.
Top half of the 6th inning, Jorge Posada leading it off and taking ball 1. It's a pleasure to have Dr. Ann Partridge, a breast oncologist from Dana-Farber patient. Also with us, Christina Festa, who is at the ballpark today. We thank you both for joining us. And we'll start with you, Dr. Partridge. A very special day here at Fenway Park today.
Oh, it's wonderful to be here today, out here for a great game and a great cause.
And also joining us is Christina, and you went through it. Where are you now in the process? And talk a little bit about the Dana-Farber Center.
I just wrapped up my treatment a week ago, so right now I'm doing great.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
And you have 2 kids?
2 kids. They're very excited to be here today.
Jorge Posada sending one deep to right. Back goes Hinske to make the catch against the wall. The newcomer Eric Hinske making his presence felt immediately today.
And of course, Hinske, who's accustomed to playing up in Toronto, a lot more room out in right field at Fenway Park, did a nice job checking out how much room he had to go, backpedaled, and then was able to make the catch right up against the wall and maybe saving a home run.
Well, 31 games for him in the outfield and right field in his career. This is his 32nd. All of those games in the outfield coming this season. And he makes the catch as Craig Wilson stands in.
Well, as a doctor and a patient, how does it make you to feel to see all that's going on today here at Fenway Park, people raising money? And
it's a very good cause. Very, very good cause. We're glad to be here today.
it helps tremendously. It helps move the field forward. It helps us to develop the research and also to take great care of the patients.
Lowell fires to first, and there's 2 quick outs. As far as the curable rate, it seems like over the years that is going up too, and part of the funding, of course, that comes from today goes towards that research.
Absolutely, and Christina here is an actual great example of the breast cancer research moving forward. She was treated on a clinical trial that actually showed in the end to cut rates of breast cancer recurrence in half, and that's just part of what we do at Dana-Farber.
Well, of course, the number 877-738-1234 to make your pledge today. $2.4 million was raised last year, and certainly looking for more this year. Now you go back for checkups on a regular basis now that you're done at this stage?
Of course, yes, every 3 months.
Melky Cabrera pops it up left side. This will send Gonzalez to short left. That'll end the inning. Thank you both for joining us. Very much appreciated.
The country just got smaller. Southwest has lowered fares on our long-distance flights. See how we're taking low fares farther at southwest.com.
You are now free to move about the country.
I've never run a so-called sale, and I never will.
But if the factory rolls back their prices...
They're hurting so much these summer dog days, they've rolled back the price of this 3-piece motion living room to $19.99.
When was the last time you could buy anything at prices from 2 or 3 years ago?
5 reclining seats in all, genuine leather everywhere you sit, at the rollback price of $19.99.
So buy now, while the factory is begging for business.
When you're on the go, you need the convenience, quality, and pricing you'll always find at Extramart. Extramart is proud to be your headquarters for the 146th Annual Woodstock Fair in Woodstock, Connecticut. This Labor Day weekend, September 1st through 4th. The Woodstock Fair features over 48 acres of rides and exhibits, great food, and top-notch entertainment, including Joan Jett and the Blackhearts, America, the Boys of Summer, Herman's Hermits, and Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Save $10 or more by getting your advanced admission and ride tickets at participating Extramart stores. Tickets are going fast, so get yours today.
Say goodbye to water problems. Call Connecticut's well water specialists, Greco and Haynes. Day or night, 7 days a week, Greco and Haynes will service any water system, and there's never an overtime charge. If you're building a home, need a re-drill or fracking, the professionals at Greco and Haynes will coordinate the process, customize, and install your complete water system. Make sure your well and water system are safe and efficient. Call Greco and Haynes. Water is their only business.
Stay tuned after the game for WB Mason's Extra Innings with Tom Caron and Dennis Eckersley. We'll have continuing coverage of the WEEI Ness and Jimmy Fun Telethon and chat with New Bruins defenseman Paul Mara. Plus, all the key plays from Game 1 of this doubleheader. It's all right after the game on Nesson.
Mike Lowell leading it off here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 4-2 Yankees on top. Red Sox able to get a run back in the bottom of the 5th. The solo home run by Manny Ramirez. Lowell, Hinsky, and Javi Lopez expected here in the 6th inning. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2 late on the cut. 95 that time from Ming Wang. Blues Brothers here today.
Everybody's going to be at Fenway this weekend.
Outside, and it's 2-2.
Except us.
Yes, we're the only ones.
Yeah, we're the only ones that aren't going to be here after today. We're back Monday for that little matinee game.
David Wells against Corey Lytle. When we talk to you next. Outside and a full count. Wong has walked 3-2 intentionally. check in with Tina Cervasio. Tina?
Well, Don, a lot of baseball to be played here at Fenway Park, and a lot of challenges for the Red Sox lately, from injuries to starting pitching not being able to go deep into games, a lot like today. So here's what's been on the manager's mind.
I feel like I spend 99% of my day thinking about pitching. You know, trying to win games and at the same time not either endanger guys with health or pitch them enough where they can't be productive, because they're both important. Obviously, you don't ever want to hurt anybody, but you can pitch guys enough where they can't be they can't be productive. Neither one of them is good. So trying to mix and match, that's been the toughest thing.
Well, certainly in the absence of guys like Matt Clement and for a long time David Wells, the pitching is something that Terry Francona still worrying about. And you got a situation today where you had Jason Johnson start this game, John Lester expected in the nightcap. The guys that really have been right around 5 innings. Your bullpen's pretty taxed, and you hate to be in that situation, or day-night doubleheader at the beginning of this 5-game series against the Yankees.
Look, managers always worry about pitching. I don't care what team you are on, they all worry about pitching. And last year, it was worrying about the bullpen. Remember, you really didn't sure who was going to close out games. Francona said it was like he'd be sick from the 7th inning on because he never knew how the thing was going to end up.
Times Timlin, we saw Schilling in the absence of Folk last year. Now it seems to be on the other side of the game, and the starters and the Jason Johnsons for a while, Kyle Snyder, David Pauly, and different guys that have been used in that capacity. Snyder on now in relief of Jason Johnson, who gave the Red Sox 4 1/3 today in his start. Johnson charged with all 4 runs that the Yankees have.
And it was huge of Snyder to come out and have that 1-2-3 6th inning. The Red Sox have picked up a run in the 5th and try to hold him there, give his offense a chance.
Kinski's 2 for 2 today. A pair of doubles and a very nice catch and right against the wall. Sends it out towards right center field, and that will get through and hop into the bullpen. Ground rule double, the 3rd double of the day for Kinski.
Now you talk about making an immediate impact. My goodness, 3 for 3, 3 doubles, a fine catch out in right field. And this costs the Red Sox a run. One bounce into the bullpen. Certainly Lowell would have scored had that ball stayed in play.
So a change of scenery for Kinski, and very much enjoying the change so far.
He said prior to the game he's going to be nervous today in his first at bat. Well, I think those nerves may have calmed down a little bit.
First time we've seen the Yankees pen busy today. It's Scott Proctor, the right-hander, up.
Scott Proctor, who pitches every day for New York.
Maybe pitching again in this one. Wong has given up a walk and now a double to begin things in the 6th. Tying runs in scoring position for the Red Sox. Here's Javi Lopez, who's 0 for 2. And take strike 1 from Wong.
Of course, with the 2-run lead, the Yankees have the infield back with nobody out. And the 2 men in scoring position.
Lopez is fly to center, fly to right. Hit the ball in the air twice. Back to the mound. Wong looks Lowell back to 3rd and throws out Lopez, unable to advance the runners, and there's 1 away.
That's the only place you could hit the ball where you're not going to score a run, because everybody else was back. A-Rod back, Jeter back, Cano back, and Wilson back, and the only place you can hit the ball is back to the pitcher where that run will not score. A quick peek at 3rd base by Wong, and the out at 1st.
Well, today's aerial coverage is brought to you by Goodyear's Triple Tread Technology tires, with 3 separate tread zones for peace of mind in any weather. And a beautiful afternoon here at Fenway Park, and some great pictures from the blimp. Here's Alex Gonzalez, 2nd and 3rd, 1 down. Was chasing for strike one.
Gonzalez has had his problems with men in scoring position this season. Got to get a better pitch than that with a couple of men out there.
170 in this situation on the season. Fly to right, grounded to short today. Out towards left center field. On the move is Damon. He dives and makes the catch. Lowell will tag and score. As he comes back in, it glances off the glove of Rodriguez, but no further advance for Hensky. The sacrifice fly for Gonzalez makes it a one-run game.
That's a heck of a play by Damon. When that ball left the bat, I thought it was going to drop, and I thought 2 runs would score to tie this ball game, but Damon covered that ground in a hurry. He's playing, shading him slightly to the opposite field and fairly deep, but he's able to make the sliding catch, and only 1 run can come in. Certainly helps being the left-handed center fielder, reaches out with that right arm and the glove on the right hand, helps him make that play.
2 down in the inning. The tying run in scoring position at second base in Hensky, and here's Coco Crisp. 0 for 3 today. He's grounded out twice and struck out swinging. '86 total pitches for Wong. He's averaged 92. There were 93 pitches last time out against Los Angeles. Chris hits it in the air to his counterpart as over goes Damon to make the catch to end the inning. Red Sox get a run back. It's a 1-run game. 4-3 New York after 6.
How about that? TWIB is on NESN. This Week in Baseball, presented by Pepsi, is hosted by top players each week and takes you inside the game through the eyes of the best major leaguers. This Week in Baseball, Sunday afternoons on NESN.
Chris headed back, and Coco makes the catch right in front of the 379 marker. Trying to make it a double play, and they will.
One nation, one network. Today, it's a Sox-Yankees doubleheader on NESN.
There's too much anger and violence in our city.
You got to stop looking down on people.
Find a role model, someone to look up to.
You got to find in your family, your school, and your community.
The greatest clutch hitter in Red Sox history has done it again. Big Papi.
It's easy to look up to this guy.
So listen to your man.
And listen to Big Papi.
Found a role model.
And help keep the peace.
Granite City Electric
and Glen Electric present
Field of Dreams 3, where you could win nightlights for your town's ball field.
Enter to win at GraniteCityElectric.com.
Granite City Electric.
We do it right now.
Back on the runner at first. Swing and a miss to elevate on Swisher. It's the second strikeout for Beckett. 2 down.
And both strikeouts on the back.
Hey, how about a serving of Red Sox action with your breakfast? Breakfast with the Sox, a 2-hour replay of the West Coast games.
You know, it doesn't hurt that, he has, one of the best looking faces in the game,
Ooh, that's a beautiful game.
He's infectious, that smile and the attitude. To me, he is the most clutch hitter in all of baseball.
He's just a great big teddy bear, and I love being his teammate.
Big Papi, man, he's a special one, and it's a pleasure to play with him.
Sunday night when the Sox play on that other network, tune in NESN immediately following the game for the most comprehensive post-game Red Sox highlights and information for a Sports Desk special edition. It's a complete story of the game, the way you expect NESN to tell it. Switch to NESN Sunday night after the final out for Yankees Red Sox post-game coverage you've come to expect, and it's only on NESN.
4-3. Yankees on top. Red Sox getting single runs in the 4th, 5th, and 6th. And a 1-run game here into the 7th inning. Kyle Snyder back on the mound. He's been on the mound since the 5th. And a 1-2-3 6th inning. Stamen carves it foul. It's 1-1. Snyder on a relief of Jason Johnson. Well, Johnny Damon has been hitting well against his old team. It started slow. He was One for his first 16 against the Red Sox, but now overall at 476. 1-2 the count to Damon, who has tripled, grounded out to first base, and hit a 2-run home run. Damon, then Jeter and Abreu. Anybody gets on, Jason Giambi will have a chance here in the top half of the 7th inning. Top 3 guys in the Yankees order today, 6 for 8 in the ball game. Out towards shallow left. Manny plays shallow and comes on to make the catch. 6 in a row retired now by Kyle Snyder.
And a steady diet of off-speed pitches from Snyder to Johnny Damon. Curveballs, changeups. It's a changeup for that little fly ball out to Manny Ramirez. Damon reaching down. Very good pitch by Snyder. Hard to get any power behind that type of pitch.
One down for Derek Jeter, who was 2 for 3 today, a couple of singles and a run batted in. It outside. 1-1 now to Jeter. Well, the Yankees captain ranks 5th on the all-time Yankees list. The .316 batting average. 500 games or more makes you eligible. .316. Behind Hall of Famers Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, Will Combs, and Joe DiMaggio. As he taps it foul. 1-2. It's almost time for the 7th inning stretch, brought to you by Jordan's Furniture. For the largest selection and best brand names in furniture and mattresses in New England, visit them in Reading, Natick, Avon, and Nashua. It's not just a store, it's an experience. 1-2 to Jeter, 1 out here in the top half of the 7th. Softly lined off the glove of Lowell, and on is Jeter.
Very soft line drive on the curveball. Certainly looked like one that Mike Lowell was going to catch. He crosses over. He's got the glove there, but right off the thumb of the glove.
An error for Lowell, and the first error he's had in 71 games. So the miscue here, the first for either side today. The last error for Lowell back on May 24th, and it was against the New York Yankees. The last time the Yankees were here at Fenway. Swing and a miss for Abreu, who's been on base 3 times today. So that streak comes to an end for Mike Lowell.
Kind of a strange error, too. Most of the time you think of maybe throwing a ball away or a bad bounce. That one just kind of a soft line drive that hits off the thumb of the glove.
That was the 109th game Mike Lowell has played in at third base. He ranks 2nd among AL third basemen with the .989 fielding percentage coming in. Now 5 errors. He made 4 errors in 348 total chances. Eric Chavez first in fielding percentage and the winner of the Gold Glove the last 5 years. Lined into center field. Base hit for Abreu. Jeter up to second base. And we'll see how costly that error may have been. Runners at first and second, 1 down.
Jeter had to freeze because of the line drive. He didn't want to be doubled off if the ball's caught by Loretta. It's a tough one to read from first base. That's the changeup away. Again, Abreu hooking the ball for the base hit. Looked like it was going to be a first and third situation. You see Jeter freeze right there just in case Loretta was to catch that ball. That's a tough one at first base to read. You can't tell how far it is away from the second baseman.
Abreu hitting now at .391 since joining the Yankees. And his introduction to this rivalry for the first time today has been a good one for him. 3 hits and a walk. He's been on base 4 times. Now Giambi. Giambi is popped to short, struck out swinging, and singled to right to drive in a run. This is the 7th game for Abreu facing the Red Sox. Of course, the first 6 coming as a member of the Philadelphia Phillies. And for Abreu, he's hitting at .480 against Boston this season. Snyder off the backside bluffing. Two 2-0 to Giambi. Snyder's been on since the 5th inning and has not yet surrendered a run that's been charged to him. He did allow an inherited runner to score. And now Dave Wallace headed out to talk to Kyle Snyder. And some stirring in the Red Sox pen. Looks like a right-hander's getting up.
It has to be a right-hander.
Yeah,
no other choice.
Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by Olympia Sports, the official sporting goods retailer of the New England Sports Network. Citgo. And by Hyundai. So 1 down, runners at first and second. And Jason Giambi with a count of 2-0. A great look into Fenway Park today. On this huge weekend, Red Sox and Yankees 5 times in 4 days. A day-night doubleheader here today, and the Yankees on top 4-3 in the 7th.
I think there's a few people here today missing work.
Just a few. Maybe some people missing some work and watching the game today. They must be in here on the ground up the middle into center. Jeter being waved around. He will score the 5th Yankees run and another RBI single for Giambi.
Because Snyder's best pitch, curveball and changeup. He falls behind Giambi in the count 2-0 and comes with the fastball, and Giambi's ready for it. Shoots the ground ball back up the middle. Giambi picks up his 2nd RBI. 95 now total on the season for Giambi. Ties him with Guerrero for 4th in the American League.
So a 5-3 Yankees lead. And it brings up Alex Rodriguez. So Jeter reaching on the error and scoring. Another run here for the Yankees. Rodriguez with a single in the 4th is 1 for 3. Red Sox trailing the Yankees by a game and a half coming into this 5-game series. There's action in the Red Sox pen. Manny Del Carmen up in the pen. With 1 out here in the 7th inning. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. Rodriguez earlier, July the 21st, got his 2,000th hit of his major league career and his 450th home run. On the same hit with a 3-run home run in a loss against the Toronto Blue Jays earlier this season.
A lot of breaking balls today to Alex Rodriguez. A little bit of a mistake there by Snyder. That ball was supposed to be away. It stayed out over, but still Rodriguez fouling it off.
th pitch of the inning coming for Kyle Snyder. Rodriguez lines it into left field, a base hit. Bobby Abreu being waved around. He'll score. The ball gets through. Ramirez to the wall. Giambi to third on the RBI double for Alex Rodriguez, and the Yankees up their lead to 6-3. And a double for Rodriguez.
Once again the breaking ball, and this time again it stays out over the plate, and Rodriguez toward the end of the bat but still hooks it down that left field line. Manny not really getting down on this ball as it gets by him, and that allows A-Rod to go into second base.
So Terry Francona to the mound to take the baseball from Kyle Snyder, with 2 runs in here for the Yankees in the top of the 7th inning. A pitching change. It's now 6-3 New York.
Announcing the Subaru all-wheel deal model year clearance. There's never been a better time to lease the fuel-efficient all-wheel drive Subaru Legacy and Impreza. Right now, lease an Impreza 2.5i for only $169 per month for 48 months. The Legacy and Impreza, both with a top safety pick gold rating and the safety of all-wheel drive standard. Hurry, the $169 per month lease ends September 5th.
Be where the action is, where passionate, loyal fans follow the Boston Red Sox. Fans advertisers want to reach. Capture the hearts and minds of your potential customers with Red Sox baseball on NESN. Call 860-723-2011.
Sports Desk, New England's most complete sports newscast. From the field to the locker room. Delivered right into your home. Sports Desk tonight, presented by FW Web. In-depth coverage beyond the scores.
The Dunkin' Donuts musical montage from Fenway Park in Game 1 of this doubleheader. As Kyle Snyder leaves the game after going a couple of innings of relief for the Red Sox. And Snyder responsible for the 2 men on. He gives up a couple of runs so far in the inning. And a look at the first 30 pitches, which has been a problem for Snyder after that point, and it is again. 405 batting average, 31 plus pitches, and it seems almost like second time throughs where his problems occur, and the Red Sox getting to him here today. The new pitcher on now, Manny Del Carmen for the Red Sox.
Del Carmen's record stands at 1-0, 4.34 ERA. This is appearance number 36 on the season. Last time Del Carmen worked was against the Orioles back on the 13th. He's been off a while, hitting in 2/3, 1 run in that ball game with a couple of walks. You see the numbers here at Fenway, which are very good for Del Carmen.
He comes into the 2nd and 3rd. 1-out situation here, and here's Robinson Cano, 0 for 3 in the ball game. 3 groundouts today.
Red Sox playing the infield back at 2nd and short. A little surprising, down by 3 runs, getting late in the ball game. Because from where Loretta is, anything hit at him, Giambi at third base still has a chance to throw him out at home.
Yankees with a total of 11 hits in this game. 6 through 9 with none. Well, the hits 1 through 5 in the Yankees order, and there's a bunch of them. This one lined into right center field, a base hit. From third comes Giambi. Rodriguez around from second base, and the Yankees open things up now on top, 8-3. Robinson Cano knocks in a pair.
El Cano jumps all over the curveball from Danny Del Carmen, and a hard line drive up over the head of Mark Loretta. There's the breaking ball, and Cano all over it. Saw a few curveballs from Snyder. A much better balance that time from Cano, and the base hit to drive in 2.
We told you earlier, Giambi at 999 in runs scored. There's number 1,000. Comes across with the 7th run. A-Rod in behind him with the 8th, and it's an 8-3 Yankees lead. Now Posada sends the first one foul off to the left. 0 for 3. He's put the ball in the air 3 times and has used all 3 outfielders. Fly to left in the 2nd, fly to center in the 4th, and then to right in the 6th. Sending Hinsky back deep in right field, right up against the fence. Opposite field, and Manny to the backhand and the tumble to make the grab. Manny Ramirez makes the catch for out number 2.
Well, I feel like I'm repeating myself, and I am, but the only way you make that play is to play shallow at Fenway Park, or it's going to be a base hit. Most ballparks, almost all ballparks, that's a base hit for Posada. Not here at Fenway. Nice backhanded play by Manny.
So Cano remains at first base, and look at how shallow Manny is. Greg Wilson 0 for 3. He struck out twice, once swinging, once looking, and grounded out to third base his last time up. Red Sox getting back within a run. Heading into this, the top half of the 7th inning. 4-3, but they've scored 4 times. And open things up now on top by 5 runs, 8-3. Wilson taking strike 2, and it's 1-2. Game 2 tonight. John Lester against Sidney Ponson will be making his 3rd start in a Yankees uniform. He's made 2 relief appearances, and Ponson's had a tough time. 4-5 with a 5.82 ERA overall. The runner takes off as Wilson takes a ball, and into second base without a throw goes Cano. A theft for Cano.
And paying really no attention to Cano at first base. I mean, he was leaning, stopped, and then still can go.
So another runner in scoring position now for New York.
I think it surprised Cano that there was not a throw to first base.
Well, Wilson delivers with a hit to left field. When he stopped at third, Manny gets it back in quickly. But a single for Wilson, his first hit of the day.
And then jumping over the curveball here from Del Commer, and that's what the Cano hit for the base hit to drive in 2 runs. Now Wilson on the curveball for the line drive to left. Cano has to be held at third base as Ramirez quickly gets the ball back in.
Ninth man to bat in the inning, and it's Melky Cabrera, who fouled out to third in the 2nd, walked and scored in the 5th, and popped out to short in the 6th. The 27th time that the Yankees have batted around this season. We're coming in with a road record of 31-25. It's 1 more win on the road than the Red Sox have. The Red Sox played great baseball at home. Boston winning 11 of 17 games here at Fenway since July 17th. A 39-19 home record for Terry Francona. The Yankees playing well on the road, and look at the numbers, 31-25 away from Yankee Stadium. 3rd best. Tigers on top, 41 road wins. And then the Mets. The Tigers coming in here and taking 2 out of 3 from the Red Sox.
2-2 to Melky Cabrera with Craig Wilson at first base. Robinson Cano over at third. Red Sox 0 for 10 with runners in scoring position. Euclid's foul ball. Yankees 6 for 12 with runners in scoring position. The center field, Coco Crisp backpedaling, gets there to make the catch. It ends the inning. But it is a 4-run inning for the Yankees, who take an 8-3 lead.
Every Friday the Sox are in town, Fenway gets a little friendlier. Tune in Nesson and start your weekend early. It's Friday Night Fenway, presented by the Sullivan and McLaughlin Companies. Home game Fridays at 5:30 on Nesson.
Be where the action is, where passionate, loyal fans follow the Boston Red Sox. Fans advertisers want to reach. Capture the hearts and minds of your potential customers with Red Sox baseball on Nesson. Call 860-723-2011.
Stan, I hear the new CEO loves those new Rico Color MFPs.
Yeah, the new fellow's the CFO, Chief Financial Officer.
The money guy.
Yeah.
And that affordable Rico Color printing, he's loving it.
You know, Jerry, maybe you should be CEO.
You think?
Sure.
Move your ideas forward with Rico Dependability.
Well, it's not too late to get your tickets for the Futures at Fenway minor league doubleheader at 2 o'clock on Saturday, August 26th. In Game 1, Lowell faces Oneonta. Then the Port Sox play Rochester. Tickets start $5 and is still available at RedSox.com. And if you'd like to beat the heat with family and friends in a suite, call 877-RED-SOX-9 and ask about our luxury suites for minor league prices. Now, see what a day that is, because you get to see 2 minor league games starting at $5. And then after that, of course, we'll be in Seattle for a Red Sox Seattle game on that same night. So it really could be a triple header.
Yeah. Scott Proctor, Mike Myers up in the Yankees pen as Ming Wang. He's thrown 87 pitches as he heads here into the bottom of the 7th inning and has a newfound 5-run lead. As it is an 8-3 Yankees lead, and it's Mark Loretta and on the right side to begin the inning. Wong has walked more than he has struck out today. 4 walks, albeit 2 of them intentionally. The strikeouts, Crisp and the man at the plate, Loretta. Strike in, it's 1-1 now to Loretta, who has doubled twice today. Red Sox have been held to 6 hits. 2 for Loretta, 3 for Eric Hinsky, who's doubled 3 times. And Manny Ramirez homered in the 5th. Line by Rodriguez, who is in at third. That'll go down to the left field corner. And Mark Loretta into second base with his 3rd double of the afternoon.
And that is very similar to the double hit back in the 1st inning. Down in that left field corner. Once again, the hands inside the baseball. Loretta's head right down on contact and driving it down to the 310. And Joe Torre out to the mound with Ortiz coming up and Myers coming in.
So the pitching change from Fenway Park with the Yankees on top 8-3.
You may have noticed something crawling along the edge of your screen recently.
It is The Edge. It's NESN's new on-screen ticker. Tune in throughout the day for the latest scores, stats, breaking news, programming information, and more.
So stay tuned, because NESN just got
edgier.
There's too much anger and violence in our city.
You got to stop looking down on people.
Find a role model, someone to look up to.
You got to find in your family, your school, and your community.
The greatest clutch hitter in Red Sox history has done it again. Big Papi.
It's easy to look up to this guy.
So listen to your mayor.
And listen to Big Papi.
Found a role model.
And help keep the peace.
Back on the runner at first. Swing and a miss to elevate on Swisher. It's the second strikeout for Beckett, 2 down.
And both strikeouts on the back.
Hey, how about a serving of Red Sox action with your breakfast? Breakfast with the Sox, a 2-hour replay of the West Coast games.
Back at Fenway, time now for the game summary, brought to you by local Lincoln Mercury dealers. Well, Johnny Damon on his return here to Fenway Park and homered earlier in the season. He does it again today. This time his 19th home run of the year. At the time, putting the Yankees on top 3-1. Manny Ramirez with an opposite field shot, his 33rd home run of the year. Put off Ming Wang, and as part of a big 7th inning, Alex Rodriguez driving in a run with his double as part of a 4-run 7th inning for the Yankees, opening things up and putting them on top 8-3. Well, Ming Wang, 6+ innings, but he hands the baseball off to Mike Myers.
Myers' 42nd appearance. Kind of strange numbers for Myers. Against left-handers, 264 with 2 home runs, 214 against right-handers with 1 home run. And David Ortiz has one of those 2 home runs. So that coming early in the season here at Fenway Park.
Wong pitching very well against David Ortiz today. Big Papi 0 for 3 in the afternoon. He's fly to left, lined out to first, and grounded out to first base. Take strike 1 from Myers. Leadoff double to begin the inning for Mark Loretta, who stands at second base. He's got 3 doubles. Eric Hinski's got 3 doubles. 1-1 to Big Papi.
Mike Myers in his career very tough on left-handers. As you see, the career numbers are 211, but this season 264 against lefties. It's quite a jump.
Good numbers, especially if that's your specialty, and it really is with Myers. The Red Sox very rarely would face a right-handed batter. And on here to face David Ortiz. Further action of the Yankees pen as Ortiz turns on this but sends it foul. Action is still Proctor. He's up last inning, up again, and with Manny Ramirez waiting on deck, will likely be on unless they put Manny on. And he's already been intentionally walked twice today. One, 2. Ortiz takes it. It's just off the outside edge. 2-2.
Tries the sweeping breaking ball from that submarine style delivery and just misses the outside corner. Very tough for a left-handed hitter to lay off.
Target in the bleachers for Big Papi. Off the end of the bat, back to Myers. Looks the runner back and throws out Ortiz for the first out of the inning. So Ortiz 0 for 4, and Myers gets his job done getting Ortiz out. And here comes Joe Torre. Well, Manny Ramirez will be next, and Scott Proctor will make his way in from the Yankees bullpen and become the third pitcher of the inning for New York. When we come back, we'll tell you about him. 8-3 now. The Yankees on top, 1 out in the 7th.
You keep me cool in the summer, warm in the winter. Thank you, NewPro.
NewPro windows have one of the best energy ratings in America. So when energy costs rise, you save with beautiful NewPro windows. And right now, save even more with NewPro's $79 rebate. That's right, $79 per window. If you need replacement windows, call NewPro now and save.
That's why I tell my friends to call 1-800-GO-NewPro.
The wait is over. Olympia Sports' biggest footwear sale of the year is happening right now. Buy one pair of brand name athletic footwear, get a second pair of equal or lesser value for only half price. Choose from all the top brands. This sale ends soon, so get it at Olympia Sports today.
Granite City Electric
and Glen Electric present
Field of Dreams 3, where you could win nightlights for your town's ball field.
Enter to win at GraniteCityElectric.com.
Granite City Electric.
We do it right now.
8-3, the Yankees on top of the Red Sox. The pitching change here with 1 out in the 7th inning. And Scott Proctor, the new Yankees pitcher.
Well, we talked about him pitching a lot. 60 appearances, leads the American League in that category. Kyle Farnsworth, his teammate, is second with 57. Manny 3 for 7. All 3 of those hits home runs off Proctor. But it's been a very solid season for him and a very busy season for him working out of that Yankee bullpen. He's got a little more help down there now as Dotel has been activated after spending the whole year on a disabled list. So they've added a few arms out to the bullpen to kind of assist with Proctor and Farnsworth getting to Rivera. But this is the guy that Torre has been called on all season long.
Well, speaking of home runs for Manny, it's time now for the Coors Cold Blast. And back in the 5th inning, an opposite field shot off Ming Wang. And his 33rd home run of the year. Red Sox now trailing by 5 runs. We've heard many votes for Big Papi. There's a vote for Manny Ramirez for MVP. He has walked twice intentionally in this one, and the home run you just saw, and on base 3 times today. Hopped up into shallow left field. Melky Cabrera, the drifts, able to make the catch for the 2nd out.
No first pitch fastball for Manny in that at bat. He gets the slider from Proctor and the little fly ball out to left field.
Well, Retta and Hinsky have provided the offense pretty much for the Red Sox. The rest of the team just 1 for 19 today in the home run for Ramirez. The 2 have combined for 6 doubles. There's Youkilis with Loretta at second base, 2 down here in the 7th. Youkilis flying to left in the 1st inning. He walked in the 3rd, lined out to 3rd base in the 5th. Pops it up, foul ground. Over is Posada. It's coming back for him, and he makes the catch. Well, the Red Sox 0 for 13 with runners in scoring position, and they trail 8-3 through 7.
The wait is over. Olympia Sports' biggest footwear sale of the year is happening right now. Buy one pair of brand name athletic footwear, get a second pair of equal or lesser value for only half price. Choose from all the top brands. This sale ends soon, so get it at Olympia Sports today.
Red Sox baseball in NESN is brought to you in part by the Connecticut State Lottery. You could win a monstrous amount of cash. Say goodbye to water problems. Call Connecticut's well water specialists, Greco and Haynes. Day or night, 7 days a week, Greco and Haynes will service any water system, and there's never an overtime charge. If you're building a home, need a re-drill or fracking, the professionals at Greco and Haynes will coordinate the process, customize and install your complete water system. Make sure your well and water system are safe and efficient. Call Greco and Haynes. Water is their only business.
For the largest selection of gas and diesel motorhomes in New England, it's USRV. From Airstream, American Eagle, and Travel Supreme, it's USRV.
From lightweight travel trailers to luxury motorhomes, this is the sale you've been waiting for. USRV Summer Spectacular. From A to Z, it's USRV.
Quantity, quality, and price, it's USRV. My name is Marty, and we make better deals.
Sports Desk, New England's most complete sports newscast. From the field to the locker room, delivered right into your home. Sports Desk tonight, presented by FWM, in-depth coverage beyond the scores.
You may have noticed something crawling along the edge of your screen recently.
It is The Edge. It's Nesson's new on-screen ticker. Tune in throughout the day for the latest scores, stats, breaking news, programming information, and more.
So stay tuned, because Nesson just got
edgier.
Make plans now to sail the seas with Red Sox legends on the annual Red Sox Cruise in January. For more information, call 800-336-2267.
Johnny Damon leads it off here in the top half of the 8th. He's had a very good day. He's 2 for 4, a triple and a home run, helping the Yankees to this 5-run advantage. Del Carmen back out there for the Red Sox. And worked the final 2 outs of the 7th. Up the middle to the backhand goes Loretta. The throw is going to be just in time to get Damon. Nice play by Mark Loretta. It was speedy Damon down the line, but Mark gets him for the first out.
He's had a nice day at second base defensively and, of course, offensively with the 3 doubles. Well, most of the time when you set a second baseman that far to his right, very seldom do you throw Johnny Damon at first base. But Loretta does. Quick release. He throws a strike to Euclid and gets Damon by running half a step.
Mark Loretta's been very sound this year. 3rd among second basemen in fielding percentage, behind Ellis of the Oakland A's and Grzelcyk of the Kansas City Royals, but 3rd. And a very nice play there to get the speedy Damon. 1 down. Here's Derek Jeter. Well, we've seen Snyder and Del Carmen in relief of Johnson. Rudy Cianez up in the Red Sox pen. Jason Johnson today 4 1/3 innings, giving up 4 runs. On the ground left side. Gonzalez with a throw that gets Jeter just in time, and there's 2 down. So Del Carmen, who had a little trouble in the 7th and allowed some inherited runners to score, has 2 quick outs here in the 8th, both via the ground. They're down for Bobby Abreu. Jason Johnson charged with 4 runs. Kyle Snyder in 2 innings charged with 4 runs. Four runs allowed by Snyder. 3 of them are earned. Of course, an error in there by 3rd baseman Mike Lowell. Not a statement you make very often, but Mike committing an error. In the 7th inning, the inning in which the Yankees would score 4 times. To left field down the line, in trouble as Ramirez heads over, but that'll one-hop the wall. And Abreu heads to second base with his 4th hit of the day. He's been on base 5 times. His first 4-hit game since June of last year when he was a member of the Philadelphia Phillies. And that was against the Red Sox also.
Bobby Abreu's first introduction to a Red Sox-Yankee game has been a pretty impressive one. 4 hits on base every time. He has a stolen base, the walk,
Well, quite a start to the rivalry for him as Jason Giambi stands in. He's 2 for 4 with a couple of RBIs today. Both RBI singles, and that straightens him up at 94 from Del Carmen.
Think about it. This is a pretty tough schedule this weekend with the day-night doubleheader tonight, 8 o'clock start tonight. Then you get that quick turnaround to 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. A ESPN 8 o'clock game on Sunday, back to a day game at 1 o'clock on Monday. So taxing for the players. There's no question about that.
Quick turnarounds.
Sleep good on Saturday night.
And the Red Sox, after the game on Monday, will head out to the West Coast. And won the count again in game 2 of this day-night doubleheader. It'll be John Lester against Sidney Ponson. Some great pitching matchups over the weekend. Josh Beckett, Randy Johnson. The day game here tomorrow. And then the Sunday night game, Kurt Schilling against Mike Mussina. For David Wells and Corey Lido wrap it up on Monday afternoon. We'll have the Monday game for you right here on NESN. 3-1 to Giambi, and he takes ball 4. He's on down to first base, and then here comes Terry Francona. The walk is the 3rd allowed by Red Sox pitching today, the first by Del Carmen. And Manny, after an inning and a 1/3 of relief, will give way as he hands the baseball off here, and the Red Sox will employ their 4th pitcher of the day. Pitching change from Fenway. It's 8-3 Yankees.
I've really got a great job. I get to cover the Red Sox all year long. I mean, this is my office.
And the Red Sox win!
Nez has got a great team to cover the Sox. We go over all the matchups, all the stats. We recap last night's game. Our job is to get you ready by the time the Sox are ready to play. And it's not just about baseball. Anyone might drop by the show on a given night. There's a lot of information that goes into a baseball game. We sort through it all and break it down for you so you can sit back and enjoy the game. NESN, come watch the game with us.
There's your answer as Terry Francona starts to the mound.
And looks like Francona, with the 2 outs in the inning, is going to go to Papelbon.
And on for the Red Sox, the closer, Jonathan Papelbon. A save situation with the tying run on deck.
You live and die with the guy that has carried you this far in the first half of the season.
They struck him out. Papelbon strikes out the side in the ninth. They struck him out. The Red Sox win.
Well, the beautiful aerial coverage is brought to you by Goodyear's Triple Tread Technology tires with 3 separate tread zones for peace of mind in any weather. And enjoying some great shots.
Yeah, nice shot looking out toward Logan Airport past the Boston skyline.
Well, it's been a beautiful day here at Fenway Park. Red Sox fans have not had a lot to cheer about as the Yankees enjoy an 8-3 lead here with 2 outs, 2 on. The new pitcher, Rudy Cianez.
41st appearance for Cianez. His record stands at 2-1. His last outing coming against Detroit on the 14th inning in a 3rd net game. A couple of hits, a couple of earned runs, 2 walks and 2 strikeouts for Cianez. See his career numbers against the New York Yankees. 1 earned run in 12 innings.
And brought on to face Alex Rodriguez. Bobby Abreu at second base, Jason Giambi at first base. And 2 down here in the 8th. He's doubled up on hits It's the Red Sox. They've got 14. Boston with 7. As Rodriguez takes a strike. A couple of hits today. Single in the 4th, a double in the 7th. Part of that 4-run 7th inning for New York, which changed the complexion of this one in a hurry. Red Sox had gotten back within a run. .93, and Rodriguez can't catch up. 0-2. A-Rod starting the day with 25 homers, 86 runs batted in, and just a .285 batting average. Hard stuff inside, straightening him up.
Now, seeing as was not received warmly when introduced, but the Red Sox fans certainly like this last pitch on the 0-2 count. Fastball open in on Rodriguez.
Tried to hold up, but offered, says Tony Randazzo. The ball gets away. Lopez will have to fire to first and does so successfully on the strikeout to end the inning. We head to the bottom of the 8th. It's 8-3 Yankees.
Drop everything. Toyota's nationwide clearance event is here. Check out the roomy Tundra Double Cab. Like all Toyota trucks, it's built to last. Right now, you can save on any rugged Toyota Tacoma with first-time ever special clearance financing for up to 60 months, 4.99%. Tacoma, the best-selling small pickup in New England. A success built on its bulletproof reputation for reliability. The clock's ticking. The Toyota Time clearance event ends September 5th. Toyota, moving forward.
Check on the runner at first. Swing and a miss to elevate on Swisher. It's the second strikeout for Beckett. 2 down.
And both strikeouts on the back.
Hey, how about a serving of Red Sox action with your breakfast? Breakfast with the Sox, a 2-hour replay of the West Coast games.
Granite City Electric
and Glen Electric present
Field of Dreams 3, where you could win nightlights for your town's ball field.
Enter to win at GraniteCityElectric.com.
Granite City Electric.
We do it right now.
Say goodbye to water problems. Call Connecticut's well water specialists, Greco and Haynes. Day or night, 7 days a week, Greco and Haynes will service any water system, and there's never an overtime charge. If you're building a home, need a re-drill or fracking, the professionals at Greco and Haynes will coordinate the process, customize and install your complete water system. Make sure your well and water system are safe and efficient. Call Greco and Haynes. Water is their only business.
Polaris Dare to Compare sales event. We're calling out the competition with the world's toughest ATVs and utility vehicles engineered to take on the real world. And we're backing it up with up to $500 in rebates and payments as low as $39 a month. The Polaris Dare to Compare sales event.
Stop by Cofield's in Glastonbury for the best sale price and special finance programs.
Stay tuned after the game for Granite City Electric's Extra Innings Extra with Tom Caron and Dennis Eckersley. We'll have continuing coverage of the WEEI Nesson Jimmy Fun Telethon and Terry's Take with Tina Sabasio. Plus a look ahead to Game 2 of this doubleheader. It's all right after the game, only on Nesson.
Scott Proctor returning to the mound for the Yankees here in the bottom of the 8th. Proctor, the third pitcher used by New York, got the final 2 outs of the 7th inning. And returns for the 8th. Mike Lowell leading it off. On the ground and by Rodriguez, who is off the line. Lowell will hold on with a single to begin things here in the bottom of the 8th.
Most of the hits today, doubles for the Red Sox. A single for Mike Lowell as he tops it down that third base line. Cabrera does a good job to quickly get this ball back in and keep Lowell to the single.
It's just the first single for the Red Sox. 6 doubles and a home run. And Eric Hinsky introduced, and welcomed loudly once again after it's been a tremendous day for him. 3 doubles. He was happy to be here before the game, even happier now. This beginning to his Red Sox career has been great.
That's the kind of things that make your knees shake when you're in the batter's box. You know, you're having a good day, first time here, standing ovation.
Ruled on the pitch to even the count at 1-1.
Doubles all over the place for Hinske. One to the opposite field to lead off in the second inning. And he pulls a double in the 4th inning. And then in the 6th, another double. One hop into the Red Sox bullpen. Also makes a fine play in right field earlier in the ball game.
On the ground, foul just outside of first. James Hoy, first base umpire, had to get out of the way first and then make the call. Throwing right-hander Kyle Farnsworth in the pen for New York. Lead runner on for the Red Sox here in the bottom of the 8th. They trail by 5 runs. Breaking ball in there for strike 3, and Hinske retired for the first time today.
Good hook by Proctor there. He started him with a changeup and finished him with a breaking ball. Proctor's got high strikeout number totals on the season. That's 70 strikeouts now in just over 76 innings.
So 1 out. Lowell still at first base, held on by Wilson. And here's Javi Lopez, who's 0 for 3 today.
Those strikeout numbers I mentioned for Proctor, 4th most among American League relievers. Of course, Zemeyer from Detroit leads the American League, and you can see why.
Yes. They throw 102 miles per hour.
Now he just touches 102 once in a while. Consistently 100.
Makes a little off from time to time. To right field, opposite field, Abreu over, and he won't get there. The 1 hop up into the seats. Javi Lopez will have a double. And it'll place Lowell at third base with 1 down in the inning. Red Sox go back to hitting doubles.
Well, it's the radio telethon today. It's been double drawn for the Red Sox in this game, but unfortunately trailing in the score.
Checking out the numbers as they have Farnsworth up in the pen. And Alex Gonzalez coming up.
And if here Francona would have considered Pena with a chance, a guy with some pop to maybe hit a home run and get him within 3. Stays with Cora. Cora's got 2 runs batted in the afternoon. I mean Gonzalez, excuse me. Boy,
that's in there for a strike.
They got to get a short-stay named Smith.
Willie Moll remains on the bench. Likely see him in game 2. Swing and a miss. Bat goes flying, but it'll land harmlessly down beyond the Yankees dugout. Alex Gonzalez fly to right, grounded to short, and a sacrifice fly to center field. And a good sliding catch by Johnny Damon out there in center. Scored Mike Lowell and brought the Red Sox at the time back within a run. It was 4-3 New York before the Yankees would score 4 times in the top half of the 7th. 0-2 pitch from Proctor. Swing and a miss, and Gonzalez strikes out. Second strikeout for Proctor, and there's 2 down here in the 8th.
Yeah, breaking ball's been very good for him. That's how he got Hinsky with a curveball, and he just stays with the breaking ball all through Sabat against Gonzalez.
Two down for Coco Crisp. 0 for 4 from the top spot. The Red Sox ordered 2 groundouts, a strikeout and a flyout. There's a 7-game hitting streak on the line here with 2 outs in the 8th. To first and right to Wilson to end the inning, and the Red Sox strand 2 more base runners in scoring position. 8-3 New York after 8.
Chip.
Foxwoods, the wonder of it all.
Hey, Mom, what's for dinner?
Tonight, we're having something that makes me very happy. A KFC build your own variety bucket. I got you crispy strips, you boneless honey barbecue wings, and you original recipe.
And that makes you happy?
That and you doing the dishes.
KFC's Build Your Own Variety Bucket. Choose any 3 of 6 KFC favorites, like original recipe, crispy strips, and regular or boneless honey barbecue wings. You choose any 3 for just $9.99. Give the people what they want at KFC. And for lunch, don't forget the 99-cent KFC snacker.
Remember this from '02?
The debut of the Bobanizer.
It's summer dog days, and the factory has rolled back the price of this solid mahogany bedroom to $19.99 with the original pieces.
Try buying a car or gasoline or anything at '02 prices. You can't, but rare solid mahogany?
It's solid mahogany through and through, no veneers.
You can't even find solid mahogany, let alone for only $19.99.
So buy now while the factory really needs the business.
Fox 61 won the Mark Twain Award for Overall Station Excellence and was awarded Connecticut's Best Newscast by the Associated Press. Then Fox 61 was honored with more Emmy Awards than any other Connecticut TV station, including Best Team Coverage. In July, no 10 or 11 p.m. newscast had more viewers than Fox 61 News at 10. Thanks, Connecticut, for making us your home for award-winning news, the coolest comedy, pulse-pounding drama, and the biggest events in entertainment and sports. When it happens on television, Connecticut knows it happens on Fox 61.
Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by Bernie and Phil's Furniture, Aflac, Coors Light, Pepsi, your New England Toyota dealer, New Balance, and by Southwest Airlines. 8-3, the Yankees on top. Defensive change for the Red Sox. Gabe Kapler takes over in left field for Manny Ramirez. Rudy Sin is back on the mound for the Red Sox. Struck out Alex Rodriguez to end the 8th. And Robinson Cano leads it off here in the top of the 9th. Shadows have encompassed the home plate area about halfway to the mound now. Cano 1 for 4 with a couple of RBIs today. Has a stolen base. The Red Sox snapped the Yankees' 4-game winning streak the last time they met back on June 8th at Yankee Stadium. Cubs are 3-3 in New York and 2-2 so far here at Fenway Park, even 5-5. Grounded foul down towards the photographer's well. Of course, the 5 games here. Last time during the regular season, the Yankees will be here. And the Red Sox still have to travel to New York for a 4-game series. Also, will be a day-night doubleheader there as well. Today is the second day-night doubleheader of the year for the Red Sox. Boston splitting 2 games on June 11th against Texas. Into right field, a leadoff single for Robinson Cano, his second hit of the day. It's now 15 hits for the Yankees in this first game. Here's Posada, who does not have one of the 15 hits. He's 0 for 4 and continues to struggle at the plate. Don't hold Cano on at first base as he takes off, pitch in the dirt, and into second base he goes.
I don't blame him either. You know, it's a 5-run ball game, and that's not a lot of runs here at Fenway Park. There's no question about that. This is certainly not a time where it's an insult to be stealing a base. Red Sox elect not to hold him on, and if I was Cano, I'd go too.
So 2 thefts today. Actually make that 1. They have called defensive indifference this time around. And it's now 3-0 to Posada with first base open. And Wilson waits on deck for the Yankees here in the top of the 9th. On to first goes Posada. First walk charged to Rudy Cianez. It's the 4th given up by Red Sox pitching today. And it's first and second with nobody out. And a very special day here at Fenway Park. The WEEI Nesson Jimmy Fund Radio Telethon. And we hope you'll make your pledge today, as it'll be going on all day, and as Mike Andrews told us earlier, likely till about 1 a.m. tonight. So a chance for you to call in at 877-738-1234.
I would imagine there were a load of pledges early this morning as the show kicked off, and I think once work is finished this afternoon, of course we get into this night game, I would imagine those pledges will really pick up.
Swing and a miss. We've heard some of the cancer survivor stories here today, and some of the doctors have been kind enough to join us. And we'll have more tonight in game 2. Outside, it's 1-2 now to Craig Wilson. Wilson contributing after going 0 for 3 in the game with a single in the 7th inning. There you go. They'll check. No, says James Hoy, first base umpire. This is the first time that the Red Sox and the Yankees have played a 5-game series since 1973. The Red Sox took 4 out of 5 at Yankee Stadium July 2nd through the 5th. Prior to that, you got to go back to 1963. Played 5 games at Fenway Park. All 3 a full count. Robinson Cano, the leadoff single, took second on the defensive indifference. Jorge Posada with a walk, first and second, nobody out. Lucky Cabrera, number 9 man, waiting on deck. Ball 4, and it's back-to-back walks allowed by Rudy Cianez. Just loads the bases. Red Sox trying to keep it where it is. Yankees trying to add on here. Melky Cabrera, bases loaded, nobody out situation. Popped up. With a short left. Kapler came into the game this inning, makes the catch. No chance for Cano to try it, and there's one down. Yankees have won 4 of the last 5 against the Red Sox. In the 5-5 coming into this 11th game of the season series. Damon introduced and booed as he's tripled in the game and homered. And there's 2 for 5 so far. The home run is 19th of the year. Into center field, a base hit. Damon continues to be productive. This will plate 2 runs. And an even 10 on the day now for New York. They take the 10-3 lead. Damon drives in 2 more and has a 4 RBI afternoon.
A big afternoon for Johnny Damon, his biggest at Fenway Park since becoming a Yankee. The triple, the home run to drive in 2, and now the base hit in the 9th to drive in 2. So a big 4 RBI game that gives him a total of 63 on the season to go along with the 19 home runs.
Damon, who's always been very good with the bases loaded, and overall his career numbers at .417, 6 grand slams. And drives in 2 here in the top of the 9th to add to the Yankee lead on top now 10-3. Still just 1 out in the inning, and Derek Jeter coming up. Ball to right. Hinske in the sun field trying to find it and can't. Off the glove. He battled the sun right from the get-go. And around from second, stopping is Craig Wilson, and tries to get back to third and just does. Overzealously, he's about halfway down the line, then tried to get back and does successfully on a ball dropped in right by Hinske. And no question, the sun the problem there.
Well, welcome to Fenway Park, and late in the afternoon when that sun's going down to past the third base line, and that's the problems you run into right there. The only blemish on the day of Eric Hinske in his Red Sox debut.
Charged him with an error, second error of the day for the Red Sox. First career outfield error for him. And it's a bases loaded situation here for New York now with still just 1 out. Been quite a day for Bobby Abreu. He's been on base 5 times, 4 hits and a walk. Seventh man to bat here in the top half of the 9th for New York. Hasn't had a 5-hit game since 1999. Nobody up in the Red Sox pen. This is Rudy Sanchez' game, good, bad, or indifferent at this point.
Well, this is one where you're saving Papelbon, you're saving Timlin, you're saving Hansen and Tavares for game 2.
Swing and a miss, and it's 2-1. Could you possibly bring back Snyder in the nightcap? He did go 2 innings today in relief.
I don't think they would have to, Don. I think filling that role, if it was needed, would be Tavares.
Two and 2 now to Abreu. John Lester gets a start on the nightcap. Lester's been having problems with the pitch count early in outings, and seemingly 5 innings has been around where he finishes up for the most part. Went to 5 innings in his last outing against the Orioles, giving up 9 hits and 4 runs. Orioles getting to him for 4 runs in the first 2 innings, and then he had 3 shutout innings before departing. Swing and a miss. First time Abreu is out today. Strikes out for the second out here of the ninth.
Other thing too is supposedly that we got to have Folk activated between games if plans remain the way they are. So you've got plenty of arms down in that bullpen for game 2.
It would have been a little bit different if Jason Johnson had not gotten out of that first inning, but he did, and he gave the Red Sox 4 1/3 today. Doesn't make it any easier for Terry Francona, though, as he trails by 7 runs. Giambi's the 8th man to bat in the inning. Giambi with a couple of singles, couple of RBIs, and a walk today. There's a strike, 1-1. Mentioned this is the second day-night doubleheader of the season for the Red Sox. Winning 2 games back on July 11th for the Texas Rangers. After the Red Sox have had 4 straight splits of day-night doubleheaders since 2004. And the Red Sox were able to capture both ends of a day-night doubleheader against Tampa Bay back on April 29th of 2004. 1970, the Red Sox have played 41 day-night doubleheaders. Imagine, Jerry, they got to be very tough on players. A long day at the ballpark.
It's terrible because you play that first game, then you sit around, get stiff. You know, you try to grab a bite to eat, and then all of a sudden try to get those motors going again for the game too. It's not fun at all. And I don't think there's a player in the world that loves to play day-night doubleheaders. Or doubleheaders anyway.
I was going to say that. Is it almost easier to play them one after the other?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
All 3 and full count to Giambi.
Those have really become a thing of the past, though, haven't they? Just back-to-back doubleheaders. Most of them now are day-night. There are certain places that still play back-to-back doubleheaders, but don't want to lose that game. That's the whole thing.
Maybe with a big swing and a foul tip off of Lopez. A-Rod waiting on deck. Curious as to why this date was chosen over perhaps Saturday. When the Red Sox go to New York, they'll play the day-night doubleheader on Saturday. I imagine they wanted to make sure the first game in here maybe. But the choice was for today.
The Red Sox kind of fall in that same situation in New York, and that one was scheduled for Saturday. An afternoon Fox game, a night Nesson game.
Giambi fouling it off to the left. And the at-bat continues. San has now thrown 33 pitches since coming in. Red Sox expecting Loretta, Ortiz, and Kapler in the bottom of the ninth. Trailing by 7 runs in this first game. Right foul down the right field line, 94 on the fastball from Cianez. And Javi Lopez out to talk with him. 8 pitch at bat so far for Giambi. Well, not the way the Red Sox wanted to get the day started in this 5-game series. In the day, a game and a half back of New York. Of course, the Yankees losing last 2 games to the Orioles, and the Red Sox picking up ground and not even playing yesterday. And this would give the Yankees a 2.5 game lead. And it's ball 4 to Giambi. Walks in a run. Here comes the 11th Yankee run as Wilson scores, and it's 11-3 New York. That's the 3rd walk of the inning allowed by Cianez.
Looks like Nick Green going in to pinch run at first base for Giambi.
So the former Tampa Bay Devil Ray, Nick Green. In at first. Bases loaded again for the Yankees. 9th man to bat is Alex Rodriguez. 2nd time today the Yankees have batted around. Alex Rodriguez today with a single and a double. He has driven in a run. Two and 0. Red Sox pitching had walked 3. Cianez in the inning has walked 3, and it's a total of 6 on the day now. For a strike, and it's 2-1. Raspberry cheer going up here at Fenway Park. The strike from Cianez. .93, but he misses. 3-1. On deck, the guy that got it started, Robinson Cano, who singled to begin things here in the top of the 9th. Swing and a miss, and it's a full count now.
I think A-Rod may have been helping out a little there. That ball looked like it was up and away.
Swing and a foul ball. Runners will have to return to their bases. We saw Jason Johnson for 4 1/3, giving up 4 runs. Kyle Snyder went to 2 innings, giving up 4 runs. Manny Del Carmen an inning and a 1/3. And now Rudy Cianez, who's about to throw his 38th pitch of the inning. And it misses for ball 4. 4th walk given up by Cianez. Another run in for the Yankees. Lead it 12-3.
Well, this game will certainly put the 36,000 in a very foul mood as they leave the Fenway Park this afternoon.
That is the 4th run allowed by Rudy Cianez. They're in the 9th, about to face the 10th man here in the 9th inning. And it's Robinson Cano that it started with a single. He's 2 for 5 in the game. One and one. Cianis, who had allowed 3 runs in his last 2 outings, allowed 4 so far in this one. Kapler over towards the stands and can't make the catch. Knocked away by a fan.
I think they're going to call him out. No, they didn't. No.
This guy not helping the cause. Kapler appeared to have it lined up.
Does the fan reach over and interfere with Kapler? Well, it's a tough one. It's close. If he does, I mean, they can call the batter out on that.
One and 2 to Cano. Was it foul by the Red Sox dugout? He's banged out 16 hits and 12 runs in this first game today. Red Sox 3 runs, 9 hits. Boston's committed 2 errors. The Yankees do not have a miscue. New York with the bases loaded. A 1-2 pitch to Cano. Swing and a miss. He struck him out to end the inning. A 4-run 9th inning for New York. And a 12-3 Yankees lead.
Tired of being nickel and dimed by other airlines?
Is this your first flight?
On Southwest Airlines, our leather seats, blankets, pillows, snacks, and smiles are always free.
You are now free to move about the country. Dear Dr. Z, I know Daimler Chrysler invented the minivan, but how is the quality?
Kim, check out our unique Stow and Go on this Chrysler Town and Country. And it's 5-star crash test rated.
But
hey, look what I found. JD Power Award for the highest ranked van in initial quality.
Now qualified returning Daimler Chrysler lessees can lease a Town & Country for just $239 a month.
When you're on the go, you need the convenience, quality, and pricing you'll always find at Extramart. Extramart is proud to be your headquarters for the 146th Annual Woodstock Fair in Woodstock, Connecticut. This Labor Day weekend, September 1st through 4th. The Woodstock Fair features over 48 acres of rides and exhibits, great food, and top-notch entertainment, including Joan Jett and the Blackhearts, America, the Boys of Summer, Herman's Hermits, and Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Save $10 or more by getting your advanced admission and ride tickets at participating Extramart stores. Tickets are going fast, so get yours today.
Swimming, soccer, ballet, oboe, and last but not least, karate! Swimming, soccer, ballet, oboe. And just one more time, karate!
No time to eat? Grab a new Dunkin' Donuts smoothie made with real fruit and yogurt and drop the kids at swimming, soccer, ballet, oboe, and karate. America runs on Dunkin'. Stop by Dunkin' Donuts today and try a new smoothie in one of 3 delicious flavors.
Last half of the 9th inning, 12-3. The Yankees on top, and the Yankees bring in TJ Beam.
TJ Beam in 10 games so far this season. The opponent's average of .391. You see the numbers down at Columbus of AAA. 16 games, a 1.75 earned run average.
25 years old, out of the University of Mississippi. And prior to last year, prior to this year, has not pitched above A ball. As he gets the strike in there to Mark Loretta. Red Sox coming up here, trailing by 9 runs.
Very tall. Looks like he's about what, 6'6", 6'7"?
6'7", 215 pounds. Yankees 10th round pick back in 2003. Originally drafted by the Phillies, but did not sign. Center field, and Johnny Damon Makes the catch for the first out here in the bottom of the ninth. Well, Willie Moe is going to make a pinch hitting appearance here for David Ortiz in the ninth. Ortiz had been 0 for 4. Well, the Red Sox getting behind a run 4-3 into the 7th inning when things came unglued. The Yankees scored 4 times in the 7th. They had 4 more in the 9th. Game much closer than it now appears. As Pena pinch hitting here with 1 out, bases empty, and it's going to foul. 1-1. Dave Kapler waits on deck. He's not yet batted since taking over defensively for Manny Ramirez in left field. DJ Beam splitting last year between Single A Charleston and Single A Tampa. Falling behind Pena, 3-1. Ming Wong going 6+ innings for the Yankees today, giving up the 3 runs the Red Sox have. One popped up, foul ground. Posada makes the catch for out number 2 of the 9th. We're going to bring up Gabe Kapler as TJ Beam has the first 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Saw Mike Myers for 3rd. He got the only guy he needed to face, which was David Ortiz. And Scott Proctor ended up going an inning and 2/3, giving up 2 hits, no runs. Kapler at .241, 2 homers, and 8 runs batted in. Stands in with 2 outs and the bases empty here in the 9th. Game 2 starting at 8 o'clock here tonight at Fenway Park. John Lester against Sidney Ponson. A strike in, it's 1-2. The Yankees a strike away from taking the first game of this 5-game series. Matsui traveling with the Yankees, still a ways off. The Yankees have been as successful as they have without the likes of Matsui and Sheffield, but still with an outstanding lineup. And with this win today, would move 2.5 games ahead of the Red Sox. We've seen later in the series a pitch on Sunday night. That's Kurt Schilling.
Cena number 8 in the league in ERA at 3.54.
Full count to Kapler. Evan Youkilis on deck. Fouled off to our right. Kapler hitting at .280 against right-handed pitching. And so far 0 for 5 on this current homestand for the Red Sox. Ball 4, and a 2-out walk for Gabe Kapler. So the Red Sox have a base runner with 2 down, and Kevin Youkilis coming up. Wide to left in the first.